To another day
Alrighty.
of Eberron. Oh,
Inconsistency.
Yes.
Welcome, viewers, to another day of inconsistency. Woo! Okay.
That's the spirit.
I've got my
That jazz
I've got
hands
my-
on this bitch.
No, these are the spirits.
Speaking of spirit, oh. Just like the joke.
I need water.
Literally
Here.
there.
He's so quiet. I just did
Literally right there.
Right there.
Just sitting. Alrighty.
patiently.
Alrighty. Chris,
Menacingly.
give us our recap. Woo!
We got a lot of recap.
I'm doing the recap.
Of course. Who
I mean,
else?
No take
Will's away right now. We could wait for Will.
Yeah, that's true. DM's like,
I-
oh, please no.
I had to get water. I've been feeling like shit for the past 3 days.
Damn.
I can do the recap. Yeah, it's no worries.
Oh, finally, a proper recap. I'm just talking shit.
Those are some fighting
Oh,
words.
I
that Will
know,
can
I know.
hear
I'm
you.
just talking shit. He does an amazing job as recap.
Or if we need to, we can do a moment of just silence.
Let's do a moment of silence for
When he
for
comes back,
something,
just
guys.
we're all like quiet and just staring at the camera, just waiting. Just like,
I was gonna come back, say something. Shut the fuck up. Moment of silence.
We can have a moment of silence for that one YouTuber who died.
Which one?
which one?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Comic story.
Doesn't matter. Fuck.
Eh?
It's not me, right?
I'm sorry you have to find out right now that you're dead.
I'm not dead, right? I'm still here.
Am I dead?
I-
Yeah, both. Deadly.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Damn. Still alive.
Back to the old 9 to 5. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's right. After that 5, I got a pulse. During that time, I
You
do
have a
not.
9 to 5? I have a 2 to 11.
I got a 6 to 4.
Yep, that joke landed. Anyways. Sorry, I'm still getting things there. I wasn't expecting the immediate fucking rush of it back in.
In the meantime, we can look at my different hats.
At the meantime, I
Different.
can also put in a wonderful sponsor on Cosmic Caliber. If you haven't checked out that yet, please do.
Rage,
Check
shut
out. No,
That was
haven't-
my first thought.
we haven't gone there yet, Anthony.
Oh, it's by shop. No.
But yes,
Like
if
a
you haven't
shop.
yet, do check that out if you
Mhm.
like shirts and
Never
merchandise and
again.
stuff.
All right. Picking up where
God, this man with the
where
sound.
we left off.
And the stupidest, but one of the nicest ones.
Oh,
It's classic. I guess
Yeah,
actually your 2nd one.
it looks like
It's
your head
classic.
disappeared. Okay, there it is. It looked like part of your head disappeared.
Everyone
So-
else had like green or blue.
You should get the green one, Robin.
Maybe.
Robin
That's,
Hood.
that's Marine.
Anyways, you had left off in Victor DeCanis' workshop, where after a series of lockpicks, I mean, it's a recap, series of lockpicks and like, you managed to pick some fortunate loot out from there. Sorry, I also realized my camera's not on. Fucking this iPad went at me. Spoke with Bernard and Charles, the two individuals for whom you had a brief partnership with while ransacking the Caniff's workshop. A little bit of extortion from one of them later. You do manage to
You're good? You're
rip
good.
off of most of the loot,
What?
knowledge, and the like. And you leave. But obviously not before Moore has a small malfunction on site with a certain docent taking over for about a minute or two. After that, acquire some weapons from the cogs, travel around, and ultimately make approach towards the Azure Gallery with, I believe, all except Ballerdash.
Yep.
Yeah,
Off to the save
Will we
up.
have a sub story for Baladash?
A whole session?
Yeah,
What the hell?
Baladash sub story.
You know, the
Oh,
like
you choose to do, Anthony.
the tales from Bossing say.
God damn you, Zal. You son of a bitch.
Can Baladash not have the crying in the wind on the tree with a sad song that makes everyone
Oh, my.
emotionally, really
Crazy.
emotionally?
Bye-bye.
Crazy how this leaves on the vine moment.
Yeah, we don't need that. I'm not emotionally prepared for that.
Nope.
I didn't get emotional at once during that song.
We all find out Anthony is an incredible Chinese singer.
It's just the guts themes.
Yeah.
Baladash
He brings out the Chinese guitar and everything.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Sharn. Just gets worse. Okay.
I'm just letting them build my backstory at this point.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
You know what? None of us have had a story where we have kids.
Sure.
that we know about.
Yeah, it's true.
Now I'm gonna write that.
Technically,
down.
my character did have a kid. I didn't write any backstory for them at all.
I had a stepson.
Oh,
But
God.
technically, they existed.
I had a
And that,
stepson.
I guarantee that kid's gonna show up now. Or one of the other fuckers is gonna have a random kid show up.
I
Like,
had
hi, Dad.
I
Or hi,
had a-
Mom.
I had a stepson who blew up in the war.
They all say hi.
No.
Did you build them?
Did you build him? No, we didn't build him like robots. Calm down.
I mean, if we built them, they would come.
Gross.
So I understand the reference you were making
God damn,
there.
it's true.
It didn't hit quite the way you thought it should.
Honey, I'm home. Oh, you missed the delivery.
Yeah, you missed the
Maybe
delivery.
the fun part.
Yeah, dude.
You were referencing the Field of Dreams, but that's not what all of us thought immediately.
We wanted a boy, right?
Yeah. Okay. And you
This
all
word-
knew
word
the
of it.
reference. You just all took the reference sexually. That's your fault. You're the bad people, not me.
Well, I know about America.
As I used to always say, get your mind out of my gutter.
Mine can never leave the gutter. If
Back in ye
Barbara
olden
stuck in there.
Canadian days, Spirit.
Oh yes.
Back in my day.
Third Canadian.
Just don't ask Wolfgang where he was on.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
Technically,
I'm
I could
sorry,
still
had
talk
to.
to him.
I
I speak with dead,
He's
so.
dead.
Too soon,
Yeah, he's
man. Too soon.
Just have to throw that in there.
Just
dead.
silence. He's dead.
Like, Chris, do you have a moment to like spool up the old campaign for like 5 minutes so we can talk to Wolfgang?
Yeah. Complete side tangent. I have to do all this work to get the old campaign started, just so you guys can talk to each other and then switch back.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Do I
Oh, there it
have-
is. My one good roll of the night.
There it is, my 13th reason.
Yeah, I probably don't have a good
No,
music.
not making it
Anyways. You
I'm allowed to
start
make
in
that
the Azure Gallery. Finally, here in this museum art display of opulence here within Skyway. It's midday. There's no like special event going on, so the doors are open. It's like sparse population. People are walking around enjoying the exhibit. You can see guards, but there's nothing. There's no big bustling crowds or like.
Okay. We stepped into the Azure Gallery, correct?
Yes.
Where we were looking for someone for Valkyrie's character, like Valkyrie?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Uh,
we have any idea what, like, any of us have any idea what we're looking for?
It's funny that the person's not here.
I know. The one person.
I
we had-
don't-
Yeah.
As
So,
far as I'm aware, I don't think any of us were given. We were just told he goes there. I think that's all we were really told.
I was just excited to see the sky. I'm kind of walking around looking at the scenery, just
Eh.
like.
I'm having
Relaxing.
PTSD all over the fucking place. So
It's 2 levels until then.
PTSD.
At this point, I guess I could ask Will's character what we're looking for, and start heading in that direction.
it's the great part where I have to guess what he's actually taking notes from at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'll say that they believe that need to go into the gallery. That's likely not going to be in this like forward room, this lounge area,
All right.
and
well,
hoping to maybe like suss it out and get a feeling when they see it.
And I do remember, I think last session we talked about splitting up to like 2 groups. I don't know if we're still doing that.
I don't recall that, but okay.
Up to you, bruh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be wandering around enjoying the sights, waiting for something to happen, I guess.
I'm gonna observe the people in this hallway, seeing what they're. I don't know, either A, talking about something, or their posture and all that, just to kind of get the vibe.
Okay,
I
roll an insight check.
I'm so good.
What?
You're
I do have slight notes. I am looking for someone named Vaya, I think. That's
Via.
Will's. That's
Yeah,
Valkyrie's
that's-
inner voice.
Yes,
sort
correct.
of.
That's their inner voice. So
um
probably
16.
not gonna meet them.
Hmm.
16.
yeah.
Glancing about, you can hear idle chatter between some of these individuals that sit on the couches, read the spines of books around here, the guards that really aren't saying anything, but you can kind of tell that they have more slouched demeanor. People here are just kind of relaxing. This space is clearly a private area, but because it's open to public right now, people are kind of treating it as like also a public space in the same way, and it's very relaxed. Even the guards here aren't like as on edge as they would have been even in the upper districts,
Right.
where they would have ready access to lower districts.
If I want to see if I like while we're just wandering, if I want to see anyone of note that I've heard about or like I've met from the upper area, if I can.
Just roll me a d20. Because this is more like, do I know anyone here?
Yep,
it's
that's
kinda like
essentially
your-
what I'm
yeah.
going for. 17.
17. Second. You briefly met, not really like you know them, you're more like acquainted. You've like probably talked to each other at once. So you know museum curator Solomon, who is the owner of this area as well as the curator for all the exhibits. Or for like the exhibit. There's not really only one.
And his name is Solomon? How do you spell that?
Solomon. Solo and then MON.
There you go.
Hmm. So this is a wait. So technically, we're in a library.
You're in a museum, an art
Okay.
gallery.
Well, at the meantime, I can freely go in and look around. Could I?
Yeah.
Okay. I wish to do that.
Axar will accompany him just so it's less conspicuous.
All right.
Mal, we are going to find something interesting here, I think.
I'll just
Kind of pass by the guard, and they're like, "Afternoon." They just kind of continue on their routes without really
Hello?
Good evening.
giving moments notice.
Or like I say to everyone, morning. No matter what time of day it is, morning.
Morning.
Motherfucker, it's at nighttime.
Morning.
Morning.
That's what I say when I come into work at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Morning.
Morning.
So, you both, do you enter the gallery proper? You can kind of tell that when you peer in through this door, you're seeing paintings line small interior walls. It's very brightly illuminated by these bright white dragon shards that keep the entire space like almost a sterile color.
Like hospital white or
It's very
all white?
It's very almost hospital white in a way. It's just this very off-white marble floor that's very immaculate, but the way the lights are just like so bright and hitting off of it, it's shining up, and it's making this almost oppressively bright area.
Are there like banisters and like ropes that like guide us on where to go in here at all?
No,
Keep us away from the paintings.
it doesn't appear. But do you kind of go in to actually see them? Because you're kind of in this entry room right now.
I mean, I don't
Right.
really know what else to do, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll move some of your tokens in just to see a little bit more. Because you step in, you can actually see the many pieces of artwork. But as you're kind of probably more closely examining this, you can see a very thin barrier that protects them.
Oh, a magical barrier.
Very thin magical barrier. And it's again like that symptom of this area is so restrictive to get into that they don't bother with some of the procedures, like barriers to keep people away in the more traditional sense, or trying to like guide you around, since this isn't like a dedicated tour or anything.
Do I recognize any of these paintings?
Not here, not yet.
Gotcha.
They're very nice paintings, you guess.
But I take
I
it they're
mean-
not old paintings.
Some of them might be. I mean, like you got to get to the
Any
point where you're actually like
notable
reading
artists?
plaques.
Hmm.
Yeah, like you kind of read some of the plaques and like, oh yeah, well, that one's a little bit older. That one's probably from the Kingdom of Galifar. That one's actually probably from Thrain, painted like 5 years ago by just an influential artist.
It's funny. As we're walking, I'm like, I had a friend back in my hometown. Really good artist, very talented. I let them paint me once.
Is this a robot artist?
Any notable artists on the walls here?
Any notable artists?
For the book nerd! Book nerd could be useful! Book nerd!
Like I never liked this one. He's always doing the weird shit.
On the picture book, it's always doing the weird shit, and I try to go to, go to the page, and I can't. Sorry, I'm always
Yeah,
doing the
this
picture
one's
book
good.
shit.
Just a fucking
Here's-
square.
Yeah, you Axonar, you spend a little bit looking around, and eventually you find yourself you kind of go up this way and over to the left. I'm dragging your token there, but along this wall right here in front of you are a few pieces by one individual, and they are how should you say, abstract, absurdist art, which is, suffice to say, it is visually stupid. It almost, and this is your interpretation, both of what you've heard in Arcanics from those that really appreciate art. This is an artist that almost makes fun of the Institute of Art with their own. This is very, banana taped to the wall level art.
It's just a hammer on a coat on a coat hook.
They have
Like,
names.
I did not get this one.
Like clearly with a canvas with just a spilt bucket of paint on it. that's just called the Infinite Horizons, and there's like a person looking over at it, and you both nod to each other in agreement.
You know, I think Beladesh might like this one.
Right.
I was talking about it.
That's how.
But there's a
someone's
berry.
talking shit about you. Hey Chris,
Hold on, I
when I'm walking around with, because I believe we broke up into groups, correct?
Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
When
I don't
I'm
remember.
walking around, do I see? I would be trying to keep an eye out for what they explain to be the guy we are supposed to either question or assassinate as soon as possible. Excuse me, possible.
Okay.
Just actually group question on the groups. What were the groups? I don't remember what the hell the groups were.
It doesn't. Y'all just pick groups now. I don't know if you did or not. But go with the flow, you know.
Okay.
We did, but it doesn't really matter.
Alright.
Thankfully, the museum itself isn't that big, so you're never like. You could just tell by the echoes of footsteps you hear. You're never really out of shout distance of your compatriots, so you don't need to like split up too much.
There we go. Now I can
Yeah.
easily find myself.
Well,
I'm gonna try to find
I'm still
actor
probably
number.
around Valkyries because that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have
That's
been
all I got.
kind of following, not following, but like, I guess, hand on arm of Feathers.
Oh, well, we were wondering
What we're here for?
Yeah.
who we're looking for you.
That is a great question.
At this point,
I'm hoping it has a great answer.
Fuck,
You're-
I did too.
yeah,
She
Valkyrie,
has
at
no
this point
idea.
you're here, and you more or less are just trying to explore and hope you find it now. Yeah, you're hoping something speaks to you when you're
Got
here.
it. That's
Not
kind of
the
what I was
art.
expecting. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm supposed to be looking for. I wasn't really given the best instructions as what is what. But
Which painting gives me or catches my eye in that exhibit?
oh, dude, I got the painting just for you. Hold on.
No,
hold
no,
on.
no, 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 no. I was asking DM, not you. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no,
I'm
no,
scared.
I have-
I'm
I have-
scared what you
I have
would
the
give
one.
me.
No, no, no. You'll
I
love it. You'll love it,
swear,
you'll love
if it's a toaster, I'm losing my
it.
shit.
Shut up. I'm trying to think. Okay.
So, what's going on?
I'm gonna try to find Axar and Mars. Just go wherever they went. I'm going to try to find them.
This is perfect, Josh. Here, D&D. Where's the fucking? Oh, there it is.
No.
How long would it take for me to find them? Chris, not that long, or
What are you looking for? Sorry,
I'm trying to find Axar and Mars.
Oh yeah,
go
not
with
hard
them.
at all. I mean, you kind of
Okay.
went in and just like look. Oh, there.
That painting is what Josh just sees.
Oh my god.
Where is it? I want to see this.
Not that
D&D
painting.
general.
Not
Oh,
that
God.
painting.
For one to stick out to you as like,
Oh my
You
Wait.
didn't say stick out to you as good. You did
Yeah.
not specify that.
catching your eye, like.
I'm
you
actually
know.
curious. Do either of us have a painting that sticks out to us?
Does everyone have a painting that sticks out to you?
Yeah.
A painting. I heard a penis.
Yeah, I heard that too. I
was
heard
like,
that
a
too.
penis
but I
that's
didn't
sticking
know.
out.
I mean, it depends on the
Valkyrie might
character.
find one.
It depends on you guys. Like some of you might be drawn to like a painting of just like these golden rolling hills. That's just very like high level of detail called the Elysian Fields, and you're just very.
Is
drawn
that
to
really
it.
how long you humans are? It's not really that long.
Are they golden hills, Chris? Or are they like California golden hills where it's just dead?
like golden? Hills. Yeah, the form.
Okay. Actual
Just-
gold. Got
Yeah, good looking.
Not
They're
terrible
not,
looking.
okay. After being gone for 2 years, I came home like a week ago for like a weekend, a couple days, right? And I was looking at them. I was like, "Fuck! I didn't think I'd actually miss these like rolling gold hills, like
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
or rolling
Rolling
hills in
dead
general.
hills. Yeah.
They're dead.
Hills are nice. Hills are
Rolling
nice.
in general. So I was like, "Fuck! This is kind of cool looking."
I know what's been good.
I just look at the painting goes. I just look at the painting goes.
I like this painting the most.
And just keep walking.
Valkyrie would be memorized by any of the nature paintings that would be there.
Yeah, there's a decent amount. It's it's a pretty good gallery overall. That said, though, Ermine,
Yes.
you were wandering around the exhibits, right? You were looking. And eventually you kind of make stop and pause to look at a few paintings before kind of continuing your search, and you hear footsteps kind of approach you as you're looking at one of the paintings ahead, and the figure speaks that approaches you. Quite, not quite my taste.
I'll look to them.
See an individual wearing like a Victorian era clothing, set in mostly blacks and whites with well beyond shoulder length hair that's just like this unkept mess of black.
What's the painting we're looking at?
The painting you're looking at is called The Veil of Dawn, and it's a stranger painting, one of like a very Russian-esque forest of a castle in the distance. It looks very oppressive.
And he said again that his opinion of it was.
He didn't really like it, basically.
Understandable. God damn it! I have to get my accent back. That could be definitely seen as a more darker piece, or a oppressive with its inertry. Understandable. Which piece of it would you believe to be what you dislike the most?
Looks a bit too much like home, I think.
One can tie memories of unhappier times to certain pieces of art. I'll gesture to a piece of artwork to my back right. I'm making up a piece of artwork. Woo! That is a kind of older memorial piece to the battle in Sire. So it would be a big grand landscape.
That's actually, yeah,
with,
you're pretty close on that because you're near that area.
Yeah. I was like this with a grand landscape where you have just two armies about to clash. You can there's some faces of some of them on both sides. You can see some of the younger members more scared. You can see some of the older grizzled veterans using anger to more push themselves forward, and some generals pointing off with some already dead on the ground from magic range attacks. Pieces like that remind me of my time in Saya. So I understand the more darker feeling, but I try to find the similarities to the realities of life. The young boys fighting for their country, what they believe to be right. The generals keeping a brave face for the younger ones. There's also a realizing, of course, the pain in war of itself, and the pain that it can bring. Reminds me of my home.
I was about to say, it seems quite personal.
Yeah. Which is why it's also, I find the piece itself so beautiful for being able to capture that feeling. The artist must have been very talented to be able to express that on the page.
Moment of time. What's your name?
Mine. And yours?
Leander.
Nice to meet you, Leander. That is the person I'm looking for, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Ironically.
What brings yourself to this galley for tonight?
New exhibit opened up some week ago. I've just been curious. What can I say?
Of course.
Actually, where this one came from. It's your first time.
Yes, I'm here with my employer. She had me go and explore the gallery once around before staying with her for protection for the night. A little perk of the bodyguarding position,
Interesting.
which will explain, of course, my less regal outfit for the night. As I am in leather armor with a bow across my shoulder, aside with two different arrow pouches, one on my left hip, one, of course, on the small of my back, that can be adjusted up and down to kind of allow for both arms for my bow, as well as, of course, the standard military accoutrement of a generalist scout, so a knife on the hip. Like, I look like I should be a bodyguard.
Yeah.
But my employer likes to make sure that we are familiar, I'll say, with the essences of life in the Skyway, so that we can make sure to represent ourselves correctly.
Who's your employer again?
I did not say. I do apologize. I will. My employer themselves can always reveal their name if needed. But being as a matter of security purposes, I can reveal my name is outlined, but I cannot.
No,
my
I understand. Much the same way. I couldn't tell you name my employer, unless I shift in between the ribs, you know.
Yes. I definitely understand the feeling.
Do these paintings have?
Wonderful.
Sorry to interrupt. Do these paintings have a price tag?
It's
That is a
not
good
like
question,
outwardly. It's not outwardly stated. Probably it's one of those.
Not for
If
sale.
you know, you know. Roll for me an
If you want it,
intelligence
you
check.
can buy it.
Gotcha.
Intelligence or wisdom, actually.
Without a tag on it, most likely you can't afford it.
Well, you never know.
There is that.
It's one of those. It's on sale if you have enough money. Everything is on sale.
I got 11.
If you have to ask, you don't have enough money.
Just
That's
ask, you
the
don't know
place
the
we're
place
in.
well enough.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 11 is still pretty good for a base ability check. So you kind of look around, and you don't quite like get an exact number. But as you wander around, like closer where Thamos is, it's this gallery of Siren paintings, primarily. This entire almost rectangle area. Ermine's on the other side of it. It's mostly Siren stuff, statues, paintings. Some of these do range into the couple thousands of gold.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not
You're
bad.
ballparking.
Just teasing.
You're ballparking, and being a bit low, like a bit conservative, maybe like 6,000 gold around per painting.
About to put
Okay,
an artist
okay.
hat and then a fucking mustache in this fucking establishment. It's like,
Okay,
I could do
okay.
better.
What is that over there? If I look, like where I'm seeing.
Will, are you just putting art?
Yeah.
Just to give people ideas to run with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Visual.
I like that last one.
Yeah.
It's very much my character.
Yeah.
For this wing, Thamos, you kind of approach, and it's mostly dedicated to Sire, and you can kind of pick up. You're used to a higher, like that sophistication, the subtle line of storytelling, the way they've arranged everything. This entire exhibit, this wing right here, is dedicated to the fallen nation. Some of these artifacts and paintings aren't actually probably of much worth, but they were recovered from Sire, and so they're being hosted here. The centerpiece, however, is one of those things that you already kind of get an idea of what it is when you look at it, and reading the plaque, you get a much better, because it is a singular crown with a purple gemstone at the forefront, and it kind of wings down the rest of it. Once was the crown of Galifar, the kingdom of Galifar. Subsequently became the crown of Sire for about 100 years before. With no more Sire, the crown is now more of a relic than a symbol of the nobility or the royalty, and seems to have wound up in the Asher Gallery, and is more like the centerpiece right now of this exhibit.
Oh. Guys, more stuff. Some of the stuff was kept.
So wait, this stuff actually does look familiar to me, or no?
Some of it does look familiar to you as you are in this area, because you're seeing probably paintings on like you've seen in Metrol. Roll for me another intelligence check, actually.
Or wisdom, or just intelligence?
Here's some of the Sire paintings that are a little less happy.
Yeah. There was like an art shift in Sire when you're looking at 100 years ago when it was Galifar versus 100 years, especially during the latest eras of just the nation of Sire.
I'm just imagining one of those like paintings, like a Fall of Rome style kind of painting.
You probably would have gone from more angular, more advanced architectural kind of pieces, happy, enlightenment, and then gone to sad, dead.
Yeah, it kind of sweeps left to right as you see the history unfold.
13.
13. You do notice something that actually catches your attention. Closer to the crown on the left side is not a painting or a statue, but encased in glass is a golden bow.
Mm.
On the plaque, it reads, an oath bow of Sire.
And I remember this bow from...
You know it's more of like a historical relic as much as it is weapon. During a time of peace before, in the Kingdom of Galifar, back when there was a lot less soldiers, people really carried weapons as signs of authority, and if you were going to use a weapon, it was going to be for an immediate, like, put this person down, put him down fast type of situation.
Do I remember some kind of owner behind it, or was it always
maybe not this one, but it was like a group. There was only so many of them, so they probably have like the individual owner listed somewhere.
Like carved or something on it.
Yeah, because there's not many of them.
Right.
That's why it's a very prized relic. And it's like a symbol of what Sire and Galifar used to be, back before there was even like a need for all these weapons of war.
Right. How things have changed. As I look at the bow.
You have a feeling because this is an enchanted object, its price, if you were to ask, way different compared to paintings.
I bet way different.
Oh yeah, something none of us could afford.
None of us can afford any of this. What are you talking about?
I need a loan.
You need more than one loan.
Check.
Finally in the positive with my money, so it's okay. Anything on the dollar menu? It's on me.
Dollar menu on me.
Copper menu? It's on me.
This copper menu.
Hey Kane, I need a loan. Could you hook your boy up? Got any jobs for me?
There's I remembered part of what we're looking for. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do know I believe it's some kind of object, something that we're looking for. So I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it would look like. So bear with me on this.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just enjoying the time here. I can't remember the last time I saw the sun in this place. So.
In the meantime, let's go back to Leander quickly.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, Are you looking to purchase some of the paintings here? Are you more looking for the artist behind them to kind of get some of the
Oh, I'm just
background?
enjoying it.
Ah, enjoyer of art. Wonderful, wonderful.
They-
Well, I shall leave you to it then, sir. As I am a bodyguard, of course, my schedule does always open up and close. You seem like a...
I understand.
if
Your
you ever
bodyguard,
need it.
after all.
Yes, of course. I cannot leave my maiden alone for too long.
For a quick thing, can you please roll me a deception check?
Oh, no.
Ooh.
6.
Oh no.
You catch the way he kind of looks at you and nods these few words. He's cutting through your lies as you speak, and these kind of small smiles and nods. He's letting on that he knows much more than what you're putting out.
But yes, I will need to return to my employer. If you are ever looking for a bodyguard or anyone to assist in anything, I'll pull out a piece of paper and just write my name and like where he can reach me, and I'll put the bar is currently where I'm staying, and I'll hand him the piece of paper.
Kind
Of
of take.
course,
Thank you.
of course. If there's ever any business you wish to communicate with me on, I am always interested in the conversations. And I will bow as I would to someone of nobility. Being in the military, I would know how to do that properly.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll probably get the sense that he's like, something he's saying is not true. Don't know what he's saying is not true. Because I act like someone who's in the military. I act like someone who's from Sire. I speak like someone who's from Sire. But I also say I'm a bodyguard, but I look like a bodyguard. And then I will bid adieu and continue just kind of looking at the pieces of art while moving more effectively in on the other side of, in the direction I remembered Valkyrie to be. Occasionally just like nonchalantly glancing around. Of course, like I'm in an art museum, so I'll be glancing around the art, keeping an eye on kind of his location to see if he's immediately with me.
He pivots around and moves behind an exhibit, and he disappears from sight after a moment. In the meantime, Valkyrie,
Yes.
you were
Also,
going.
Nathan, a good military thing you can do, sir and ma'am. Huge thing for military. Like,
It is not
Oh,
only
yeah.
reserved for officers.
nope. It's,
Everyone.
everyone. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's
I will say, well, I am out, and I did do some more less overt things.
some things
so
don't
I was
leave you though from being military.
True.
You know? And so conversation. like
my
that
arms
comes
are as I'm watching Chris. My hands. Oop, I hit everything.
No,
My
no,
hand
that's
is
gonna be one of
used
those things,
to-
definitely.
Behind with my one hand and my other hand, and those hands are, and my bow will sit kind of in a way that it, is not pushed against my back as if I was used to standing as I walk. And yeah, my canter will be more slow and calculating.
Also, if you have a drink, you walk, you stop, you take a drink, and then you walk. You don't wanna be-
It's a fantasy.
Because apparently, it's a big fucking deal that you could choke.
Oh my god. Not choking.
This is fantasy though, Will.
No, that's just like the military. No matter where you go, they assume you are.
You're at the bottom of the fish barrel, man. You're just
Yeah, Stormer. Yeah.
Can confirm.
Not the confirmation.
Yeah. No, if anyone joins the military and think these people are a bunch of geniuses all around me, it says way more about you.
It probably depends on what era of military. I mean,
Era?
obviously, with this fantasy, like you probably buy your commission, right? Like how you could in antiquity.
Yeah.
Now that's not the case. Trust me.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking smart here.
So, Valkyrie,
Yes.
what are you say you're looking for something?
Yeah. Oh, just conversating with Feathers as we're kind of, I guess, leisurely strolling through the exhibit. I don't know if you actually want us to constantly be moving our tokens around. If that makes sense
I'll
or not.
move you.
Okay.
I'll move you for
Because I
this.
don't know
I
where
didn't even
things
know
are
the tokens, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I was just
Specifically?
kind of moving around.
So
After some time of wandering, looking at the exhibits, you're trying to like almost vibe check each piece of art, especially if it's maybe a statue or something that might have like more significance than just paint on a canvas.
right.
And eventually you turn into this exhibit and your eyes quickly focus on the crown in the center, and you feel like wind is brushing by you. You hear that sound in your ears as you look towards it, and you kind of momentarily turn your head back to see where the source of the wind is, and you see it's a wall, and the wind stops before you turn back, and that sound emerges again.
Feathers. I think that's it, right there. The little gold circlet on the.
You think the
That is
crown's
cool.
it?
Yes, I think that's it. I'm not sure. I haven't really got any other feeling here except for this odd sensation of. Do you feel? Do you? Oh, first of all, do you feel wind on you? Do you feel like a draft or kind of like a breeze or?
I mean, we're indoors. I don't really feel anything.
That was I was
Or-
thinking until I just got that feeling where I was looking at it and I think I want to get a closer
Alright.
look. I want to get a closer look without looking too conspicuous in the situation.
Well, there's barriers on all the paintings. So we can get closer, but I don't think we're going to be able to touch it.
That's okay. I just need to look at it.
Alright. And we will take a slight detour as we mosey our way over to the painting eventually. Or the crown eventually.
All right. You kind of move your way around, and one of the other people kind of is moving their way on the opposite. You kind of both meet at what the crown is, and she goes, "Oh, it's just so beautiful, isn't it?"
What
I mean, I think so.
what exactly is it? It looks like a piece of metal in a circle.
I mean,
Oh no.
You're hilarious. It's obviously the crown of Galifar.
Crown.
do I know who that is?
Do we know what that is? Who that is?
Alfar is the previous place
Galifar.
before everything broke up.
Yeah, Galifar is the name of the 5 nations before the last war.
Oh,
It was Breland, Sire, Thrain. It was everyone when they were one whole kingdom. And it was a war of succession that broke it into the 5 nations, now 4.
So that's
and
a
I'm
crazy
aware
crown.
of this. I'm,
Say again,
I'm
Feathers?
impressed. All right, then I'll reply that I'm impressed they managed to hold on to it here. It's a
It must have cost them quite a lot to get it here.
probably an entire kingdom's worth of money.
And that is well maintained as well, do I add?
Very. You want to see a fun little trick?
Absolutely. I
We like
love
tricks.
tricks.
What is that? That's your trick.
Pulls a small wand from her belt, and she taps it very close to the crown, and there's like a dome that just barely scrapes the top, and it off of it stops it from like.
What was that?
It's a what do they call it? A wall of force, sort of like. Keeps.
It's a protective barrier.
and
Oh, like glass.
supposedly, if it yes, much like glass, and if you break it, an alarm will go off.
What did you just call me?
What?
I don't know. I thought I heard you say my name. I was very confused.
No. Trust me, I have seen it before. Some people like to mess with the magic here sometimes.
I mean, I imagine that's pretty difficult, but they're welcome to try.
Not too difficult, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I imagine you would be swarmed immediately if you broke this one, but she kind of glances over towards some of the paintings on the right. Any of those ones, though, I imagine if you be too bad.
Turning into
What
the
was her
venue
name
and
again?
start pocketing paintings.
This woman's from GTA. Like she's trying to make a heist.
I am gonna ask her what her name is.
My name?
Yeah.
The thing people call you to get your attention, you know?
Could be an unsavory term. I frequently get that one.
Valkyrie's a unique person.
This was interesting. Sorry.
Random
trying
name
to read.
generator.
Nope, I'm trying to read the name on the screen and
He's like
pronounce
in
it.
random name generator. He's like, what the fuck is that?
Turn my screen around, but yeah, I can't see it. Name is Amalot.
Abalot?
I'm a lot.
Amalot. What was that?
Sorry.
Amalot.
I'm a lot. Like.
No, like Camelot, but Amalot.
Oh, gotcha.
I imagine that was the sound of someone posting it. That's spirit. Okay.
1T, but yes.
Oh.
Oh.
1T? What kind of low-class person is this?
Shut up, Axonar.
Yeah, of all
Different
people to
fucking
talk.
country,
Yeah,
jackass.
fucking 3 A's in your name, you psycho. You. Well, actually, I have nothing.
The A is the most...
I have nothing to say actually either. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Hot meat
I'm backing
kettle.
up. I didn't say shit. You didn't hear me say shit. Back up.
So you said it was the crown of what again?
Galifar.
Galifar. Galfar. Gal.
Algazar.
Yeah.
How bizarre.
Yellow. Okay, I would like to try to communicate with Vaya.
Mm-hmm.
My head.
I'm
Right.
going to start questioning her on how to get through the barriers and different paintings because I'm curious now.
Okay. We'll do Vaya first.
Okay.
Also as a distraction.
Vaya. Vaya. I don't know exactly how this works, but you mentioned a while back regarding a specific item here in maybe Sharn in getting ideas that this might be said item. Is this exactly what y'all were looking for?
As you look towards the painting and that wind kind of brushes by, you feel a sense of tranquility pass over you. And you're fairly certain that that's an affirmation yes to your question.
Okay, I'll wait till Feather's done to ask questions regarding Amalot.
Basically, Feathers, from her brief explanation, she explains that Dispel Magic, the spell itself, is capable of just dropping these barriers with very little issue. And she'll also kind of mention that because an alarm goes off right after, it would take multiple people to dispel close at the same time to remove all the magical effects at once.
Interesting. Well, that's very useful random information. I appreciate it.
Yes. You wouldn't happen to know such magic, would you?
Not at the moment. Still working on my magical abilities myself, but I know some people. Why?
I'm just wondering right now. I collect artists.
There's a lot of it here.
Oh, yes. Some of it is quite nice.
You say art or artist?
Art.
Okay, I thought you said like
Art.
you collect artists.
And it's... I don't quite like Solomon, so...
Tell you what. Are you from up around here?
Oh, yes, I am.
Alright. You ever venture into the Undercity at all?
Perhaps.
When you... I think that's after.
Why don't you meet us down at a place called Tim's? And we'll discuss.
You're in school, Timmy's
You call it
It's called.
the Brass Circle
I call
because
it Brass Circle.
that
I'm
is
sorry.
the actual name.
I'm sorry. Did you just invite a high-end, like a wealthy person
I
to a
did.
shitty local pub?
I did.
Yeah. I was about to ask.
Hey, man.
As brothers notice, do
It's
I
Timmy's,
recognize the
man.
person at
You don't.
all?
Low
I don't.
wisdom.
She doesn't look
Okay.
like she judges.
I mean, but you're not retarded.
I am not
Damn.
unintelligent.
There's
but I
low
don't
wisdom, and then
make the
there's
best
like
decisions.
mentally handicapped. Your
Yeah.
decision was
I'm
mentally
Keep in
gonna-
mind, I've never dealt with nobility before either.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
then
going
yeah,
to-
you would do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for Feathers to stop talking to him before I say anything. I'm kind of just going.
I
Feathers,
have
why not?
made a decision, and I've said what I said. I probably regret it, but I've already done it.
Yeah, no,
It's
he.
already too late. He's gonna look for a better pub.
It's a pleasure speaking to you. And maybe I'll visit this Brass Circle.
You call it Tim's.
There's Timmy's.
And she
We'll be there.
wisps away.
Well, I was gonna ask for questions. Hold on.
She's on the way out, but you can stop.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
what would be for a piece of metal like this? What does this usually run for? As far as is it even for sale or is it just an art?
It's likely not for sale.
Is
There's
it-
a few pieces here that likely aren't for sale. Prices of the collection and the like of it. I imagine that piece probably costed tons of platinum itself.
Other question. Did you also say what her name was, or did you not mention her name at all?
Mentioned it, yeah,
Yeah, she
Amalot.
mentioned it. Amalot.
Okay.
At this point, does Valkyrie know what a platinum is?
Yes.
Okay.
We had a class one session about explaining how everything almost works.
I thought that was just copper, silver, and gold.
When she's like after shop, they would kind of watch Feathers like. I'm gonna ask Feathers, what is your gameplay with her?
I don't know. She seemed to express interest in perhaps nefarious deeds, and we need access to the thing. So I don't know what I was thinking. To be perfectly honest, it seemed like a good solution.
Let's go with this by the yes.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
No, he just figured, let's hope your decision doesn't bite us in the ass. I do not trust noblemen that much.
I thought you didn't trust anybody.
I trust a few people.
Actually,
You be one of them. I kind of just pat his shoulder.
Yeah, you guys, you're fine.
And the others too.
Not my problem.
I grow bored of this exhibit. It brings me bad memories, and I wish to get out
All right.
of my dead comrades.
Anyone else wish to do anything while they're at the Azure Gallery, or do you wish to head back? What's the plan?
I mean, I'm still happy to just look at the art because it's like actually nature for once.
Yeah, say we should take like one more patch around kind of the area. If anything else of note, like kind of come across his eye, any people or persons or any items in the exhibit.
I go ahead and ask Valkyrie in like more of a private like section of the museum, wherever she's at, and like, what's the
As he starts talking, I just cover his mouth and look at him, and I mentally, telepathically, just start talking like, "What is it, Mamar?" You can respond to your head.
Oh, okay. Well, if you hear Dosa, I'm sorry. What was the plan here?
I don't know, but that crown seems like that is the thing I'm looking for.
You mean the crown that if you take, the whole entire capital will be on your ass?
Yes, that crown.
What,
Nothing.
you said it was speaking to you?
Well, kind of like how your little eyeball friend talks to you. Like it's exactly how mine talks to me, but not through my eye. It talks through my head.
Right.
And so they were like, "Hey, Valkyrie, finds that item," and then bada bing, there's the item. But
It's very interesting because in my situation, Docent doesn't really ask me for going for items, and more like ask me to do the right thing. The dice rolling.
Valkyrie just looks at you like, "Okay."
Hey, I understand. But we do need a plan if we want to get this so-called crown that, let me remind you, is probably the most guarded one out of this thing, this whole museum. So I'm curious if you thought of a plan, or...
Am I within earshot of this, Chris?
We are mentally.
We are literally mentally talking.
I don't really have a plan at the moment, as Lady mentioned that it has a practical force, and I have no ways of going through that to get said item.
Are you saying that this woman is knowledgeable in this said place?
I don't know. Maybe she was lying to us. Maybe she doesn't know shit. I don't know.
Did you...
Oh.
Well, it's already too late.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's like, you could always do an insight and see, but yeah, it's already a little too late. Yeah. Anyway.
Hindsight, insight.
He pulled out a wand.
Do we know anyone that's... I guess that would be kind of me, isn't it? Chris, how familiar am I with places like this, of like how, from the difficulty of 1 to 10 of stealing shit? Because I might have done jobs like this, right?
Oh no.
Even though I was an enforcer, but I don't know how.
Yeah, so maybe in a different life, because just before you had to leave for Vatheron, you were kind of working up to a big job because you were just taken into like the big leagues within the Oromar clan. Robbing a place like this would be the big leagues, obviously.
Yes.
And unfortunately, just due to timing, you just never got around to some of these higher profile jobs.
Shit. So, I'm good at smaller jobs, but the bigger jobs I'm not really that experienced, per se.
Yeah. Roll for me a wisdom check again. You're doing or history. It can be history if you're proficient.
Okay. Either one of those two. Oh, Well, it's the same thing, so don't matter. Oh, unnatural 20.
Okay. Yeah. You have a strong feeling. If this was like a really pursuit you really wish to like venture, you could ask members of the Bormar clan for assistance if you needed to. These type of jobs, from what you just have overheard, from what you maybe have gleaned during other missions, that they usually take months to prepare, and you just don't have that type of time.
Right.
But usually involves like a small team of people that really know what they're doing.
So essentially, I know people that can help us with this job,
Yeah.
but it would take months essentially to set up.
Yeah, or just try to slap it together
Or just
very
wing it.
quickly. Yeah, we'll wing it. Yeah.
I think for a moment, looking at Valkyrie, I might have connections that might, and I mean might, do this. But what you're asking for is kind of risky, so I'm gonna need. We can't entirely. All I'm saying is that if we're gonna do this, we need a failsafe, because if it goes down, we're all locked up forever.
I understand the consequences of what we're trying to do here, and like I said, I don't necessarily have a plan for this. That's why it's much more challenging compared to any other kind of like heist or job,
But I want to make sure that I got this right. What you want to say, your consciousness of some kind is telling you need this crown.
Yes.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Much appreciated, Mar.
And I go ahead and I'm like, all right. All right. Are we done with the museum?
Is Mamar going to extract essence on the display case?
He needs to punch it.
I was gonna ask Chris, for what I was gonna do, do I need to roll anything or no?
What did you want to do again? Sorry.
I thought I was gonna like see like if there's anything else of note around the area or
Okay.
any items or people or anything like that or
Wait, let's see what I
roll
have.
perception check. Let's see you roll for your snooping around.
come on, he was snooping. 16.
Okay. With a 16, you kind of make your way around and you start just like, looking around and trying a few things, seeing your, you notice, on the left hand here, I'll just drag your character token around so you can see. Where are you there? You were kind of like snooping around and you saw that, this room right here is like a little side room that they usually just keep the door locked. It probably goes outside, judging by what you see through the windows and the like. However, the opposite side, where you kind of expect the same, you see a dustier door, and it is locked and doesn't budge. And this catches you a little off guard.
I would use diesels if I fucking had some. Which sucks too, because I know how to use diesels. I had the proficiency for them. I just don't have the tools. Is there enough room for me? No, I do not, because I never got them. I got the
But I can
proficiency.
make them in an hour.
Alright.
Yeah, if you relay it to him and you guys...
Yeah, he's going to, after this. If I can't... Is there a way to, if I can, lower myself down, can I, peek through the bottom? Or like there's no room for me to kind of just look through.
You kind of glance over your shoulders and you try to peer. There's like a little bit of room, and as you peer through, you're seeing what almost looks like an office of sorts. You can kind of just see the legs of a desk and maybe a chair right there, and just this thick layer of dust that sits through it, and it's really hard to tell anything else because you were just right there.
Actually, which tools do you need?
Yeah, we totally gotta look it up.
You need thieves' tools if you're attempting
Thieves'
to
tools.
pick the lock.
Yeah, I have those on me right now.
Yeah. I can't tell. So I'm actually after seeing this, I'm kind of gonna go try to find the others. And actually, while you so, I'm gonna go. Stuart, look inside. Or try to get inside. I'm gonna see if like Stuart can like fit in the
Okay.
bottom.
Well, an animal handling check.
Let's see how much control you have over Stuart.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Kind of give these little orders, and you're mainly doing like gesture based, and so
Yeah.
and then just like it's kind of like a goofy moment because they stick their head under and it looks like they're almost stuck before it gets through.
Yeah.
And now
And-
Stuart's in there, and you don't know what's happening.
Yeah. And to kind of like not look suspicious, he's kind of gonna be like, just. Does it look like? Am I able to take the books off them, or kind of look through them, or no?
Yeah. You can look.
Oh,
through.
he kind of just goes.
Yeah, they're dry, suffice to say. Probably donated collections or curated in some way to tell history or about the artist, catalogs, and it's just not for you.
Yeah.
After a
He kind
while,
of goes.
you hear a little squeak again as you kind of snap your attention out the book, and Stuart's at your feet.
Go find the others and tell them what you find.
Say again?
Because after he had this past 10, he gives him like some food he has in like his pocket.
Mhm.
And then go find the others. Still like try to portray like the role of a guard, or try to like the role of like someone trying to find the person he is with guarding. Kind of pull that.
So who wants to head over to him? And we'll say he just kind of gathers you up, and I'll move your token over.
I'm always down for random nefarious deeds.
Can we do a quick recap? Sorry, I wasn't here for that.
Okay. It just seems like Thamos was exploring around, seeing what's out of place, and they found a locked room that appears to have been it's in disuse now. It's kind of piqued his attention, so he's trying to lockpick and get in.
And I had you were kind of looking to see where they could find, and then
at this point
have
in
him, like,
time,
relay
I
to the
joined
others.
on this because I need every little bit of information as possible now.
Alright, so if we're all here, he kind of looks at all of you, he's like, alright, so how can you speak with animals?
Are you asking if any of us can speak with
He,
animals?
he asked Valkyrie specifically.
Yes.
The most I can do that. I can do that.
Actually, I am
Good.
unable.
If the two of you can do it, because I had Stuart go and try to find, see what he can find, and have him tell us what he found, if possible.
Okay. Give me a second here, and
Alright.
one charge. Speak with animals.
Yeah. And as he does, and as kind of way, he like, kind of looks at Stuart and goes, Stuart, do not hit Valkyrie right now, alright?
You're using the
Be
ring of
professional.
animal influence.
Yeah, I guess I clicked it, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm using it. It's used.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
used. It doesn't really do much like the way those magical items work, but
Yeah. And as Axel does it, he kind
I
of
was just expecting it to like deselect, like decolor the. But I guess it's not doing it. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I
Whatever,
used
yeah.
speak with animals.
yeah, you channel the inbound enchantment of the ring of animal influence that you found in the Mournland. And a cold sensation rings through your fingertips and almost down your hand. and the spell works.
Could you drag my character
That
where
is,
this is happening, if you don't mind? I'm trying to look everywhere and I can't.
Yeah, I'm blind as well. I'm guessing we're all around here.
Oh, okay, word. And then there's
You are now here.
Aha!
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, not right in front of the city watch.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot more sense.
That helps a lot. Okay.
Chris, where do you want me?
Do you want to be with them?
Sure.
Torchy's finding his way over.
He's like, hey guys,
There
where
you
you
go.
guys
I
going?
saw a door open and a torch went through.
Guard's like, I didn't see that.
Ermine, do you want to be with them? I think you're the only one out now. Nathan? Do you want to be with the rest of the party, or?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was like,
Oh.
yeah. As I was walking over to the rest of the party, I didn't see him again, did I?
You briefly saw him looking at another exhibit, but he didn't pay any attention to you.
Okay. Once I come up, gentlemen, lady, I hope you are all doing well. I did find talk to an interesting person. In my travel around looking at some of the exhibits. What are we on currently doing?
It most well is it's petit ami.
To really put it lightly, we're planning a heist.
Oh,
I
I
didn't know. From what I found though, I found this room. Can I tell how? Can I get in words? Can I get an idea of how unused it was for how long or no?
Not yet, because you're
Alright.
just staring down dust level.
Okay. Yeah, he looks over and goes, so I found this room, looked unused. I had Stuart go in there, see if we could find anything. And I was going to have Axar and Valkyrie use animal handling to see if they can to find out what they could from Stuart, see what he found in there.
you need to speak rat to see what he says.
Speaking of rat, someone has just used the Ring of Animal Influence. If you want to present Stuart,
Alright? You have you fold it like you have put his hand in the pocket, have Stuart crawling, kind of just have out his hand looking at Axnar. Alright, go. Don't tell Axnar what you found, Stuart.
he basically
What else to it?
gives you a slightly spastic, high energy rundown of a abandoned office that seems like it hasn't seen use in years by now. Because I rolled for your rat perception, was able to tell, yeah, it hasn't been used in quite some time, probably in for Stuart, like a lifetime or two for him. So make of that what you will.
Stuart is immortal.
Wasn't able to tell too much more because they're a rat. But it seems to be an unused chamber. Actually, something he would have called out is that the window is currently open.
I make a note to that.
So,
Wish I had made that a little tighter fitting.
what
That's
is
fine.
the plan of attack for getting the item?
I don't know about everyone else, but I think we should scope out this area, get a layout, and then once that's done, we go back to our place, make a plan. I'm gonna make some calls to some of my
Okay,
contacts.
you want to leave the area and allow some other thing to happen while we are not here, and you wish not to just deal it now tonight?
I don't know if you quite understand the security levels here.
I do.
They are quite high.
You are correct.
I do believe, by the way, that somebody else is currently planning a heist,
Oh.
This
and
is
they might be meeting us back at the brass circle later.
Oh.
this
Fantastic.
is the
Are you sure they are planning a heist and they wish to do a business deal
Well,
on a different
the way she was talking, she was talking about how easy it was to get through some of these barriers and explaining to me how to do it. And asked if I had those magical abilities or knew anybody who had those magical abilities.
Do we have those magical
Well,
abilities?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, dispel magic. I imagine that Axanar over here probably has some of that ability. Maybe Thamos. Maybe Valkyrie.
And you know what? I kind of step in. If either of them don't, I can make some calls.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Also,
I didn't know
just
about
another
that,
po-
but
another-
I'm
we're
not
in a
magic
bar.
users.
Mythos shivers.
We also have the instance of the person who we would find interesting is Scott as well.
He's
for
So for him, I know he is a friend of Victor's, if I remember correctly. But yeah, advertisement for him was to take him out quickly, and make sure it was quickly.
Where are you planning on intending to do so?
I wasn't intending anything. I was coming to you all to discuss that point with you to see what you were thinking. I mean, depending on what we're looking at doing tonight, it could be useful. I mean, I don't know how you wish to interact with them. You wish to kill tonight, as I mean, he's just circling around on the next area over.
I do want to point out one thing. Beyond, getting in trouble with the cars, arrested, and whatever. If we get not even caught, but like identified in whatever, we will severely damage relations with the contacts that I established.
you not
We
want to
don't
do
even know
that.
if that contact is of any value.
They're
just random people, to be quite honest.
Well, they're the ones I sold the recipe to for this entire opportunity.
Okay, understandable.
So, if it's a wonderful potential business contact, maybe for favors in future.
Well, we could have it
I
where
mean,
you are not in the main operation.
I mean, I can be brutally honest. I personally don't care about anything about the city and would rather see it all burned to the ground, but that is neither here nor there in this instance. If it was burnt to the ground and all of the major figures here were all on pikes, I would be quite happy. But that's neither here nor there.
And when you say that, like Irma, like when you say that, like if they were like tense up for like a moment, you see like burn to the ground. It's like,
don't worry, Amos. You're not high enough in any political or any affiliations that I'm aware of, or my contacts are aware of, that I would even give 2 second thoughts to you being alive at the end of the day. Yes. Any contacts. Yes, be happy. But yes, so I don't have any problems burning contacts here if it is allowed to progress us further. The biggest thing that we need to remember is the fact that we are here to assist Valkyrie in getting that item. We are here to capture or kill the man in the other room, and we are here on this level to get information about our compatriot that was taken. Any other things to the goals thereof matter very little to me. And that is how I've had to work in the past, and that is how I currently work. If anyone has any ideas for the best course of actions, please shout now.
Chris, what was the name of the what was the name of the curator for the section again?
Curator Solomon.
Solomon.
Wait,
I wonder.
my personal thought currently is we identify where this office is on the outside of the building, so that we can use it as a potential way in during a time when there's less witnesses, less guards.
Right. And
Scope the area and then go back to wait at Tim's, see if the person I talked to comes to talk.
Or
I think that's fair. I will say
the
for
other option is, right? Same thing with the office. I like that idea. Or we can make contacts with my people and go through what they go through, because they are very experienced as I worked with them. Either that, I know Kane has worked with them, my boss. So
I mean, we could do both and work with both of them. There's not a limit on who we work with.
no, there is not.
maybe.
All of us in and of ourselves have different contacts. And I do know that my group would probably not be the best person to assist in breaking in. That's less our style.
Well, if possible, I could try talking to Solomon, the curator there, see if we get anything out of him for the crown. I can do that. I talked to him in the past beforehand.
Okay. Out of curiosity, what do we wish to do about the gentleman that we need to capture our kid?
Well,
What are our chances of killing
Chris,
him?
when I was
Overtly.
around him, I've seen many people in combat, and I feel like I can gauge some people. Do I feel like he was someone who has kind of person who has like calluses on his hands, broad shoulders, things like that?
Perception or insight, I'll let you roll it. Just you could also like go back into the hall and get a quick look at him again. So perception or
Oh, we found him. Oh,
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
No, he's here.
He was talking to him.
He's, just so everyone's aware.
I didn't know that.
What I mean is, he's your country.
I would
I
say
mean,
here might not be the
He
best.
definitely, in my conversations with him, he definitely picked up that I was lying about something. I mean, in general, I am pretty good at hiding my overt hostility to people, as I have dealt with many of them before that I wish to see dead and to hide that fact. But all I can tell you is more than likely he thinks I'm lying. I did give him my name and an address if he ever needs to contact me later, in case meeting and dealing with him tonight does not work.
What address does
Good. I gave him the tavern.
Alright.
The tavern. I mean, he's not someone who
No hymns.
I'm particularly worried about. It's more I offered that I could work for him as a bodyguard as such. I mean, I did say I was employed by female persuasion, so I could always have Valkyrie join me and we could converse with him to see if we may be able to make a deal on things. Unfortunately, I'm not too informed on his business dealings, so I do not know how we could force an interaction later.
Your point.
I'm not quite
That'd
sure
be
what
up
to
to-
do soon.
Well, that would be up to Valkyrie, no?
Somewhat in general blush. I'm just not really informed with what his dealings are. If he's a drug dealer, if he's an arms dealer. All I know is in general his family wants him dead, and he's a person who an associate of victims. That he's good at running away.
Oh, okay. Out of character. Did the family say why they want him dead? Because I don't.
He betrayed them.
He betrayed them.
That's it. They
Okay,
didn't
that's
give
it.
a lot of info. They said he's
They never said he's someone who's dangerous. They just said he's someone who will run away. So he's probably politically or monetarily dangerous, but not physically dangerous in that sense.
What was your role, by the way?
Oh, I
He's
did.
a level 20 wizard.
They did say that he has
21.
several escape techniques.
I mean, yeah. So he could be someone who's much more of the political association in terms of strength and not physical damage.
When you briefly talk to him and you kind of think back at it, and if you need to kind of step back out to get a quick double glance to make sure, there were a few things that kind of caught you about him. 21. Number one, you noticed that while he did have like this white linen shirt, a black trench coat, you noticed that there was very thin like leather armor underneath of it, and it had a very faint shimmer to it. You also noticed that attached to his sides were 2 weapons himself. One was a rapier that was kind of obvious in the way it hung down. The other one was a hand axe that is much closer and tucked behind the coat. And finally, something that you kind of heard about before when you're talking to Nico, but his right eye has a slightly different color to his left, and it reminded you that said that this clan of people have the ability to curse others.
So it definitely seems that someone of their probably better mage persuasion, someone who is comfortably close but uses magical curses to some of the interactions. But again, I don't know his dealings. I don't know if now's the best time. I don't know if we'll ever see him again, or what our options are.
What are the odds of the local police force getting involved if we start something here?
Well, I have an idea.
I mean, there's a decent amount here. They do appear pretty relaxed. So they probably aren't like a veteran beat cop from Lower Dura or even Middle Dura. You know, these people pretty cushy positions, all considered, because they're in Skyway. Maybe are like locals to Skyway, and they're really
What
only.
if police that know how to act properly, not necessarily are the best at dealing with the thing.
Do you think we might be able to convince them to not get involved?
I mean, none of us make enough money for that.
I was about to say, I don't think we have enough gold on us to make a dent in their
Well, how much do you
daily
think
pay.
it costs?
5,000 probably a god.
Can I take a guess, Chris, on how much it would cost to bribe someone like the guards here?
Sure,
Or have
roll
an
wisdom
idea?
check, or roll wisdom check.
I
Can't
want to
remember
help with
how
that.
much.
That
Well,
would
Yeah,
remember how much
you
it
roll one
costs
to
to-
more of
I'd be
advantage.
kind of
Not
familiar.
20.
Oh, I'll roll one.
No.
As long as I'm
just-
not
just
rolling,
two,
I'm
just
okay
two,
with
just
this.
Mamara,
Just those two.
Marv advantage, and
Spirit by himself.
22.
Spirit. Or,
Did you
Yeah.
say what kind of roll
Saxonar.
was it?
wisdom check.
Okay,
Exnar would
17.
know.
Yeah.
17.
I got
Okay.
Exnar would know.
I got that 20.
Very nice. The both of you kind of go back and forth as you engage in this. Someone from Lower Dura and someone that works for the Boromar clan. And one of the things that kind of emerges from this discussion is you're brought aware that the Boromar clan's very influential in Sharn. They got members on the council, people in the Sharn force. You have reason to believe if you were to just private fund this, you might be able to if you really pooled your money together. It's It's probably like 20 gold per guard.
That's not bad.
Because you're really just trying to push them away from here. And I mean, there's a few guards. You might spend 400, 500 gold to empty Azure of its guards for an evening.
Hmm.
You could do that probably private fund, or don't fund, but you have to bring the clan involved. And by like bringing the clan, obviously they're
Right. That would
gonna
take some.
want to much more participate in this.
Yes.
Hmm.
They would want something
Yeah,
out of this.
so I want to think about it in general. The crime did hire us to deal with this individual, but the problem is we also have to think about the fact that we want him alive or just dead. Killing someone quickly is much easier than capturing someone alive.
There's a huge risk
Well-
factor.
We need him for information, no?
Well, need, I'd say, is a very light term.
I don't recall us. I don't recall that
We want some information from him, possibly.
It'd be
Is that
nice.
what they wanted?
No,
No,
they want it.
they want him
Yeah,
dead.
they want him dead.
Captured, killed, tortured. They don't really
So
care.
what's
as
do
long
they-
as he
do they have a
Positives of
warrant for
wanting
him?
the information. Sorry.
Do they want a warrant for him?
No,
Or
they
do they
just
have
want
one?
him dead. No, they just want him dead. This is an internal clan matter, which is why he's not
They
being,
want him.
which is why you can walk around the police with no problem.
They want to up in the picture. Bro.
Yeah, he betrayed them, and they'd like to keep it quieter, so we can't even go around saying this is Boromir clan.
Yeah.
Or business.
So
Yeah,
then,
well-
what's the-
Many people in this island of environments word would spread. So we could make it look like a dirty assassination. No one would probably care. He'd be left in good light, and we could move on with our day. Or we try and set up a business deal with him later. That
Chris?
is the possibility that we do try and play both sides.
What was that? What's that
Two
for?
things.
Yes.
One, do we get the feeling that this guy is going to move to somewhere else immediately after this? Is he like going to move? Like, is this like a ticking time, where like we only have so much time before he leaves and we never see him again? That and the guards. Are they expecting really anything to happen to this area?
Guards are definitely not expecting anything to happen. They are like, they're like, morning, slump shoulders. They're not really like keeping a sentry or anything. They're just walking, probably thinking about time off or the like. They're the most relaxed guards you'll ever find in the chart. As for Leander himself, when you heard about him, he mainly spends his time around the Azure Gallery. So you have a pretty good sensation that this isn't the first time you might see him. If you leave and come back, you probably spend some time here. If not here in the exhibit, then maybe elsewhere in the inner workings of
Upper Shard.
of the gallery, or specifically of just the gallery. He could be around Upper Shard as well, or Skyway specifically, not Upper.
I mean, Skyway.
But he primarily spends a lot of time in the gallery.
And just to clarify, with the clan you mentioned, that you mean the clan that was hired to kill him, or the clan that Feathers talked to set up the deal? So, like,
The Vistani.
the Vistani. All right, so we will talk to them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, he has warranted a his death within the Vistani.
but that's not bring up a point. If we kill him here, and
The real question is, how likely is it that we will be identified?
You look across at your party.
yeah, I look at my fucking armor like very, very likely to find. I'm sick of like a sore fucking thumb with this shit.
You were traveling with like a nobleman, and
Who threw his name around?
a general eclectic group of people that kind of stand out no matter what, because Tabaxi, a Warforged in Sire, Shifter, right? Yeah, Shifter.
I can disguise
Valkyrie
myself.
stands out themselves.
I can make a disguise kit. In an
Sapphire
hour, we can try
stands
this out.
If Valdash was here, he would stand out. The closest person to not standing out is you, Thamos. And that's
Really?
a very thin line because in tieflings are slightly more tieflings than shifters. It's like you're neck and neck.
What about
Like,
the human
50-50.
Axanar?
A nobleman, specifically from one of the dragon marked houses with a dragon mark, he stands out as clear as day.
Yeah.
Who said it?
Very
who
noticeable
said his
dragon
name
mark,
multiple
too.
times? Who said his name multiple times when coming?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is known that he is here.
Valkyrie like blends in, but Valkyrie as a person does not blend in.
Uh-oh.
Right.
I felt like it was thinking, I mean, I blended like a goddamn brick wall.
We could try to follow him to the place where there's less guards.
I mean, but then we also have the problem that if we notices we're following him, he would disappear for a while.
It's true.
I mean, we're in a real catch-22 on the fact that we want to get him, but it does not necessarily need to be done now.
Also, if we...
Yeah,
if
but we may never find him again, so...
Sure.
There is that.
True.
I mean,
What if we send one of us to go tail him for the night? While we set up connections.
Godspeed, good luck. It's not like he's someone who's incredibly aware that he is probably wanted.
He's probably
I
not.
mean,
His guard is high.
I mean, to my understanding, more than likely he knows he betrayed Baramirkan, but
He
he may
probably...
not be quite aware that they are so aware.
Or if he is, he might be careful himself if he can get away like that.
He might not care. That's a very good point as well. He just might not care and thinks that they're too stupid, that they don't. It doesn't matter.
Which we
It's a
could
very
use
good point.
which we could use against him if you wanted to.
Is he still in the gallery?
Yes, yeah.
He's still, if you wish to try and have a conversation with him, you would of course break the cover that you have, but you could always try and have a conversation with him.
Well, I can disguise myself, like I said. And second, I do actually have enough money to get rid of the guards.
I don't think it's worth it at this time because it's. I mean, I understand our desire for just going to get rid of the guards. We might as well also steal their thing. And of course, we just then paid off all the guards and then they are aware that we stole the thing.
Once again, I can disguise myself.
As a part of like the process of paying off the guards, it's like you don't just like individual hand them and say fuck off for the week. It's like distributed so that it doesn't come back to you. Either through underground contacts that Thamos knows or through the clan.
It'd be like planned ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the very least, yeah.
Or contacts that I know that I can contact Caitlin.
Exactly.
So
from Sharn.
what we can do, I guess, is assuming he comes back, plan for the heist and to murder this guy when we do the heist.
Possible. I mean, necessarily, more than likely, we will want to not be he would not be when we are doing the heist. The problem is right now we are kind of in a weird sense of which one do we do first.
Right. We're less likely to get caught with the crown.
Weird. Well,
if we pay them off, when we pay them off.
Well, let's see.
Like, there's very little chance we get caught.
Which one is the most important? I guess in this regard.
That's a good question. Personally, I think we're the most important, but
I guess.
I was at the moment, given the current
Imagine,
situation.
Well,
what
if-
in regards of
What
priority?
if I talk to him and like say like we leave the area, then I can communicate with y'all, and then at some point y'all jump in and we take care of him.
That might work.
Well, it's also right though. It's
You mean to
Hell.
leave with this man?
Well, yeah, kind of, but like you'll be in tail. I have communication with some of y'all still.
Yeah.
So
And then
I
what?
mean,
You
if-
lead them into a dark alley and we jump in, or
I would
if
possibly.
you, I'm okay with it if you think it'll work and it's safe, ish. You know, as safe as murdering somebody in broad daylight can be.
And that actually brings me a question too. If we get seen with this, if we get caught murdering him, would we be able to pull the clan's bounty he has on him to get out, and get out of any
Candace, I
repercussions
don't-
for it?
Famous, I don't think you'll quite understand. There is no bounty on him.
Okay, so we
You are
kill me.
talking about one of the most influential clans in the entire area. They wish to keep this more quiet and private. So, yeah.
So if we do this,
We're
we have to
deep
make
into
sure.
espionage.
So if we do this, we have to make sure there's no witnesses or no one sees us.
I am
Otherwise,
playing
we
the
are
wrong
screwed.
fucking character.
Hmm.
I mean, no witnesses doesn't really matter too much. In all honesty, it's more that what matters is the fact that we want to make sure that anyone who does see does not care who we kill. If I'm being honest, I don't personally have a way to prevent him from moving or engaging him other than killing him. So there is that fact.
I have a couple ways of preventing him from moving, but he can always, if he can speak, then he can teleport. So
I mean, I'm one for killing, not for trapping personally. I mean, do any of us have a way to say talk to him when he's dead?
no.
I do not.
It's less
So
helpful.
you want us to try to speak with the dead?
Possibly. I'll be right. I guys
I
back
mean-
quick.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be kind of a helpful thing.
I'm pretty sure I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I don't know
Not
what
a
the spell that
problem.
is.
You speak with dead. I don't believe any of us are at the power level quite yet to be able to do that spell anyways. But that is an option. We could do that and do that. I mean, that's an option. Kill him and then just
There is no out of character. There is no time limit on how old the body has to be for Speak with Dead, so we could kill him and bring his body back and store it. But
technically, the only thing you need to speak with dead, from what I have seen with my clan and my group, is a body part that has a mouth. A body part with a mouth. I do want to point that out. It does not need to be the head. It could be any of the body parts that have a mouth.
what were we
They
asked
got
to bring
I got you.
As evidence of his death, was it a knife or something? I think it was like a knife.
I didn't
On
say
his
that.
head.
Chris, what was it? A knife for his head there?
His eye.
Oh,
His
they
eye.
wanted his eye that can curse.
Hmm.
Chris, out of curiosity, do I know of any way to? Do I know if my group would be at all interested in assisting with this kind of endeavor?
It's a mixed bag right now, but
That's
you're
what I
having
thought.
reason to believe, unfortunately, that they would not want to get involved because of the very recent train heist that they got associated in with it's the Morning Dawn, I believe. But they recently got associated with a pretty big scandal, so they're laying low.
No. Not so.
So his eye can curse. I
Hmm.
feel like it's really cool with both myself and character being, what the fuck can this guy do? So I can curse. He can teleport. That's the main thing.
Yeah. So, what's the game plan?
Scout out the area at the very least for now.
Right.
Do we want to talk to this guy, try to tail him right now?
It's sounds like the best plan that we have.
That sounds like entirely up to you guys. I feel like I've trusted you guys in your judgment in this. I'm kind of more into
Well,
the
about
heisting.
that though, you might be the stealthiest one of us.
Does anyone have a rug or like a large?
A rug
something
or a what?
something larger than 5 foot by 3 foot.
Stealthiest, huh?
No, I've got parts to make a pole, a 10-foot pole.
Or the cape when you need one.
I don't know if
Okay,
I'm
I don't
all
know.
that stealthy in this.
We have our clothes that we can tie together, but what?
There are rugs here. If you felt like pulling, there's Thamos found a rarely used side room with a back door.
Well, that's right. We can get in there. I forgot about that. Can we go there and try to open the lock?
Yeah, so you could also loop around this one just through the window and unlock to the door you're right in front of, and then there's a side room on the other side.
Well, I'm just gonna try to pick the door. If there's no traps.
Roll investigation.
Fuck.
I
One of you indicate where he is on the map real quick.
Say again?
And one of you indicate where he is on the map.
You're all together right now.
That's a 10
if you're asking where the dude is, Leander.
14?
14? You don't believe it's trapped.
Sweet. Dexterity plus proficiency for that would be a 17 to pick the lock.
Alrighty.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It takes you a few moments of tumbling, and you kind of have a body shield of people around you that you're not sure if it's more or less conspicuous that you're all facing a locked door. But at the very least, you are not the visible one lockpicking.
Yeah.
After a while, there's like just a moment where you feel like a lot of tension behind the lock, and it's just all it takes is just one quick, and the door unlocks.
And there's no one in here, right? Demos.
The rat did not reveal anybody in here of it. So
I will then open the door. Why is there somebody in the room?
There shouldn't be.
Why is Bella dashing?
I do want to point out that we're opening a door that we want people to not realize is here while people are here.
I can lock it back.
Shut it.
Sure.
Yeah, beats me. If you see someone there, that is a glitch because there ain't nothing on my screen.
We're
Zamos
sitting
character.
Beladesh.
I'm seeing Thamos.
Yeah.
Beladesh is just there. Hey guys, what's up? You know.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, that is
Hey, man.
Thamos. You're right. Yeah. No, we're seeing Thamos in the room. But yeah, I will, after making sure that it's empty, close the door.
Took you
and
guys
then,
long enough.
I guess is it unlockable from the other side without a pick?
Unlockable.
Yeah. Like
Or
if
we
we're trying
could
to
go in
exit
and
that
lock it
room,
behind
can we
us.
leave it without having to pick it?
I'm gonna step over here and just kind of act like I'm security for the group.
Like there's
On
like a
purpose,
keyhole
because
on
I
one
look like
side
I'm
and like a
supposed to
latch
be.
from the other.
Yeah,
Security.
the door is unlocked, and you'd have to be on the inside to relock it.
Okay, but can I unlock it from the inside without having to pick it?
Yes.
Okay,
lock
then I
it.
will. After verifying that there's no one in there and it looks empty like we were told, I'm going to try to relock it from the outside.
Okay.
I'm back.
Looking back. Sure, just make another thieves check.
Yeah, great.
Breaks the lock.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Oh god.
That's a
What's the
natural
total?
1.
Oh yeah. Wait, are we still by the room still?
What's
Yeah.
the total?
6.
Okay. That's important. Because if you fail by 5 or more off the DC, then your tools would break in my homebrew.
Did I fail by 5 or more?
Nope.
Okay.
You keep your tools. It just takes too long, and eventually, yeah, like it just takes too long. You feel like you have to like take the tools out. They start getting jammed in there.
Alright, fuck it. We'll just leave it unlocked.
Uh,
And pray that nobody bothers to try to open the door.
if it's really important, I could take care of that. But if it's really important, if it's not important, no.
Oh, we're going to see what's in this office or not.
We could just hide in here overnight at some point for the to try to get this shit.
I don't know if that's entirely good. If
We don't have the
Let's
skills
see,
to do it right
let's
now,
lock-
anyways. We have to talk to some people. But
right. Let alone we don't know what the typical
Thank you.
protocol around here is. That could be checked in every few hours or so. Who knows? Inside that door.
well, it hasn't been touched inside the room for quite some time, so we should theoretically be able to hide in there, according to the rat.
The rat.
I don't know if I want to put all my baskets into that, but
Well, I can tell. I looked into the room, and for it was very dusty. It did not look like it was used for, I can tell at least. I would say, if you want to, I can try open up the lock if I can, or get someone sneak around the outside and go into the window that was said to be opened.
Yeah, that's what we were. One of the windows was open actually
Oh,
when I looked in the room.
yeah. So if we want to, we can do that. We have someone do that, I can give the lockpick a shot. See if I can have a better shot with it.
we can for sure
Yeah,
keep
you
note of
know, we
that.
can always. I can make your own set for. It may disappear eventually, but I can make your own set for when we get back.
I'll actually go for that.
Actually, I have a set here if you like.
All right, I'll take it. I'll give it a shot.
Quite good quality, may I add.
All right.
Tinker tools.
Are they good quality?
Well, yeah, they're from Victor's
Yes.
shop, so
I thought I stole the shit from Victor's shop.
no, that's me.
Oh, that's right. I was looking for an alchemy kit. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
we were looking at different stuff.
All right, so
Yeah.
I will I will take the.
Tinker tools.
I'll take them if you are offering them.
Yeah, I am offering them.
Actually, speaking of offering people things, Axanar,
Yes.
are you familiar with wands at all?
Wands.
I must
Yeah,
leave
I
this conversation.
would imagine I am.
Well, then I
Yes,
have a
am
birthday.
I?
Hey,
present
magic
for you.
user, are you familiar with wands?
Yeah.
Hey, man
Okay.
who casts spells, do you know what a wand is?
Hey, you know
Yeah.
what a picture book
Are
is?
you familiar with this?
By the way, I have a wand for you for your birthday.
It's
I would-
It's
not
called
my birthday,
called the
but,
Wand of the War Mage +1.
Nice.
Good
oh
one.
shit.
So,
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Merci. Fidels. I don't know what to say.
Chris, while this is going on,
It's
I'm
not
gonna.
my birthday, but I will accept it anyways.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete that from my inventory now.
Alright.
What's it called? The Wand of the War Mage?
Wand of the War Mage +1.
+1.
Alright.
No,
So,
not manage spells. Manage inventory, damn it.
Chris, while this is going on, I'm gonna use the lockpick stat Mark gave you to try and open up the door.
The door's unlocked.
New equipment.
Is it unlocked?
Yes.
I was trying to relock
Yes.
it.
Oh!
Excuse
So-
me.
As you're kind of addressing this, you do remember that the window is unlocked. If you really wish to, you could lock it and just go out the window. If you wish to step through the room.
Okay, I didn't realize. I thought we were out of the room still. Was
You
there
are out of
anything
the room, but you're on the outside, and it's a fair bit of lockpick manipulation to relock a door without the key.
Was anything found inside the room?
You haven't searched yet. You're gonna probably come back to it.
But if I look at the door, like, it would be easier to lock. If I look at the door from the inside, it would be easier to lock it from there than from
Yeah,
where the
it's
front.
it's a basic deadbolt. So
Okay.
if you're on the inside, it's just
All right.
very simple. Like not even. It's just on the doorknob. Just
Yeah, same as goes. I can.
Oh.
You got these back more. I'll lock it from the inside. I'll meet you around the front.
All right.
So, Mamar hands back the law picks to Mamar, and he's gonna go inside and kind of lock the door and go out the window.
okay. Easy enough to do.
Yeah, he's gonna try to he's gonna make sure no one. He gotta look around out the window and make sure no one's there, and kind of try to be careful going around the
stealth check.
building up to the front. And I would be in. Well, there, because some stat points. That means I do not need stamina, so I got leather armor right now. Stealth, stealth. 5, 6. I think that's a 9. Nine. 14.
You're pretty well using the shade with the oak trees nearby to just slip by.
Despite the color of my clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not as bad as the high vis bard somehow winning a stealth check.
That said, is there anything anyone wishes to do here in the Azure Gallery before?
I don't think so. We have our
Yeah.
mark, we have our idea.
Yeah. The last thing I was gonna try and do was talk to Solomon, see if I could get anything out of him about the whole
It's
crown.
a brief aside. When you do kind of approach the curator's office, it's locked at the moment, so no response.
Yeah, he does that. Goes, and he kind of goes. One foot and just goes. All right, I didn't go anywhere, and just walks away.
On that, do you all head back to the brass circle, paying your fee
I think so.
to leave Sky
Well-
away, or do you stay?
There's no inns in Skyway, are there?
There's hotels.
They're not space doom.
We
How
can't
much are
afford
they?
them.
This is true.
Probably can't afford them, and also we told the lady that we meet her back at the
Did.
brass circle.
Yeah. Who?
Alright. It's
Yeah,
that
who-
Tim's.
Do we have to pay a fee? Going back?
It's
Unless you
a
want to jump.
$75 fee per charter.
Hiring the coaches is always a fee.
Can we hire them for
Uh,
multiple
Are you-
days, or just,
It's
Yeah,
one
I'm
way.
gonna try to do the
or is it a
thing.
one-way trip? Yeah.
One-way trip typically. You feel like you could like private charter, probably more money than you might want to spend.
So it might be cheaper doing
Um,
like the one-way trip.
Because we're gonna have to spend another $225 to get back down there, up here, back down there.
Yeah.
Mm.
In the next day and a half.
I don't have a solution for us.
Slight question
We
for
either
that.
do it all today. Was there anything else we needed to do in Skyway, or just these two things?
I do believe it was just these two things.
It was, well, it's three things. It was also, take a mental break from all the shit that's happened to us, because damn, have we been through some shit.
Not quite yet,
Is this
but
for-
at this point soon, yes.
Zaphael, what were you
Oh.
gonna say?
Seeing the sun.
Is
and the
there anything
paintings.
underneath the
I didn't hear no bell.
the place we were at, or like the other?
Yeah, there's a lot underneath. Depending
Right.
where
Right.
you look underneath Skyway, you can hit a myriad of bridges that Mamar would be quite aware that the bridges in the upper districts actually apply featherfall when you hit a certain level before you collide with them for people that are falling.
I would indeed know.
I mean, it does get you in trouble for the fact you jumped off a fucking bridge.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's very much like, oh, just in case this happens, these bridges all have safety
But
measures.
is there a fine for it?
Not if you run fast enough.
That I
Or
prove.
you jump again.
Sounds like a good opportunity to me.
My character.
I mean, also,
Um,
I love it when you guys do
Here
this.
we go
Yeah,
again.
also-
What? You don't want us to do this?
No, I love it when you guys do this.
Yeah,
Just
also,
that I
Lamar.
do actually have Featherfall.
Yeah, I
I
do.
So-
do.
I don't think I do. Also, I was gonna say,
Don't.
Lamar, you're also a fucking monk. You can outrun almost anyone.
Well,
Yeah, that's
if
why
you
I
have
outrun.
Featherfall, there is the opportunity for us to just go off.
Could save a good amount of money jumping off. Thamos, as a native here, can actually take you closest to Tavix, knowing like the general layout of the city, especially from up here. It's you've never been up here, but you're like, oh, there's Tavix, there's the college, and you can kind of orient yourself when looking down on it. So he can take you over towards Brilliance, which is the northern end of Skyway, and it's there like a jump down onto Tavix.
Also,
I
real
am-
quick, just check out my grandfather's Korean War era compass.
Oh wow.
Well, that's cool
And it's
shit.
really cool. I think it was
So-
for-
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had it in the plane with him when he was bombing people.
I think it was just gonna say, before you do that, I was gonna say, thank God I'm a native from here, and I have the Earthen fucking background. 'Cause it makes shit like this, the whole possibly jumping off so much easier.
Yeah.
Just make sure we land outside Dimsdary.
God damn it.
He went
I
full
love how we-
Canadian. That wasn't
we
French
did-
Canadian. That was full Canadian.
I love how we just associate Tim's with Canada at this fucking point.
Hey man,
It's our restaurant there, man. Oh man, oh man. We'll give me
Oh
some
my God.
tidbits and
So are we
extra
yeah.
double.
are we jumping off, or are we taking the fairway down?
I believe we have decided that's be jumping off.
No,
I'm personally a
thing-
fan. I'm not afraid of heights.
Yo,
Good thing about
cat.
having quick access to Featherfall is this type of jump would be very daring. You'd be trying to aim for one of these larger bridges that connects districts, but because you can feather fall, you kind of drift closer to Tavix. Because as you can see on the map here, if you just jumped right off, you'd go straight shot down the canyon.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Is that true? That is true. Okay.
Yeah.
But because you guys have feather fall itself, and you're not just aiming for a bridge, you can actually kind of glide yourselves closer towards.
And if anybody initially looks like they're too far off, I can cast Featherfall on them early and give them a wider range.
Alright.
Yeah.
But before you do that,
Because Featherfall lasts. Sorry to interrupt. I believe it lasts a minute.
It lasts until you hit
Until
the
you hit the
ground, I think.
A minute.
Choosing up to 5 falling creatures
Nope, it lasts
within
a
range.
minute,
If
you're right.
falling creatures within 60 feet per round until
So
the
just
spell
do keep
ends.
that in mind. If you cast Featherfall now, you likely will need to reapply it. You'll probably need like 2 or 3 casts of just like drift fall.
Also,
before
we don't want to be seen floating down and be hit by a plane.
Yeah, the sky ships and
Yeah.
as Mamar would recall,
Or get grappled. Those are fun.
get grappled by someone
10
who then
rounds,
tries to
60
extort
feet per
him.
round.
Which is
so that,
bullshit.
Hold on, it's 10
Yeah.
rounds. So
as
we're gonna fall 600 feet per Featherfall.
but as
I don't know how high up we are.
as we
A lot.
Above the clouds.
Chris, as we kind of discussed this, Stevens is kind of gonna look over the edge and try to find like the best pathway they can kind of go down.
Yeah, so when you kind of look at it, you can see where Tavix Market is, where you guys are staying, because it's on the middle ward, and it's a big platform because Terminus is below, and Terminus is just one huge building. So it's one of the.
So everyone knows. To be above the clouds, high-level clouds are generally based more than 15,000 feet above the ground.
Oh.
Just to give you an idea of how high we are.
It also gives you a scale of Sharn in terms of its verticality.
We're very daredevil.
15,000
Low level clouds are 6,500 feet. Mid-level clouds are between 6 and 15. And of course, high-level clouds are above 15,000. So we are probably around 20,000.
We've been falling for a little bit.
Well,
if we fall for 20,000 feet.
So as a quick, like per the rules of the book,
I believe we're doing
many of the towers in Sharn are a mile high. And that will deviate as you approach middle ward, where it kind of builds up and some of them get really close to touching Skyway and kind of tapers out towards Tavix. It tapers out and tapers out towards Dura as well. It kind of stays roughly the same as it approaches the mountainside of North Edge.
It's going to take us 30 minutes to fall.
I'm okay with that.
I want 30 minutes. I looked up the math. It was 20,000 divided by 6 because it's 6 seconds per round for how many rounds. And then
I am okay with that. Is everybody else okay with that?
Unless Chris wants to throw in some realistic falling physics into the game.
What? How did you base falling per round?
It was 10 rounds at 60 feet per minute.
Yeah.
Or per round.
So there's your feather
6.
fall. You fall at a much higher rate.
Otherwise, yes, you fall 600 feet per round, 500 feet per round.
I
Otherwise,
believe it's 300 or 500 per round per 6 seconds. In D&D, it's just a straight shot.
Actually, hold on. Let me do this real quick. 300 divided. No, it's 6 divided by 3. 6 divided by 300.
So what you're saying, Chris, is that D&D has the fall physics of Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
You're going
you were just
50 feet per second.
Yeah, you hit terminal velocity instantly.
Yeah, so 50 feet per second, 20,000 feet.
6 seconds in a round.
It takes 400. You're 400
Falling,
seconds.
yeah, so falling speed
Sorry,
is
yeah, I was
500
wrong.
feet
I
per
was wrong.
round.
400 seconds. Yeah, no, I was wrong. Not 30 minutes. What crack?
Looks like a human in real life falls at 120 miles an hour.
6 minutes. My bad, guys. It takes 6
That's-
minutes
that's
to
a
hit
big
the
difference.
ground, not 30
That's a
minutes.
good
I
free
did my
fall.
math wrong.
Holy shit.
But
That's a
fall
long
500
ass
feet per
free
round.
fall.
So
It's also kind of scary when you think about how fast we actually fall, and how if you jumped out of the plane, you'd hit the ground in a like it wouldn't take that long.
Am I
Yeah.
able?
Long
It's
enough.
only
That's the thing.
54 point. It's only
Eh.
like 55 kilometers per hour. That's not very
Out of
fast.
curiosity, Chris, am I able to am I able to judge like when the best point would be to like cast for the fall from like where we are to?
At that point, you're really actually doing math, so that will be an intelligence check.
Okay, that is on
can
my list.
I help
Yeah,
with
it
that?
takes
Because I have
Yes.
very high
6 minutes.
intelligence.
Yeah, it
you
takes
have a
6
feeling
minutes and
actually
60
before you
seconds.
roll, before you think about it, you can ask your wizard and artificer if they want to aid.
Yeah, actually, can you guys do?
So
You-
wizard and artificer.
He goes, can you actually do the math to kind of like when that's all be good?
Why?
I'm not good with math.
Pick up a stick and start drawing random symbols in the dirt.
I can do it 3 times.
They don't mean anything. I'm just fucking with them.
Well, this is
But yeah,
happening.
like, can you do the math for me? Cause I'm not good with math.
Do I have to contact Kane?
You
my
probably
boss-
don't have to contact him directly because that involves going through rote.
But I can. I do know people in Sharn that.
You can make contact here. You know specifically,
like
actually.
a spot around or something.
Yeah, you're actually familiar right under Tavix, that fight club you went to.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Operated by the Bormar.
Yeah.
So,
The Bormar block.
But they
great
would.
intelligence.
They could get you in network. You'd
Okay, so I would be a network of Kane himself
think
through
so.
his connections.
Yeah, essentially, because like
okay, cool.
either you travel there and speak to him, or it's pass this along to Kane. They'll get a mage right to send a message back to you, and
Yeah.
they'll piece together faster
Yeah,
than it takes you to hightail it to road.
Yeah.
It reached me intelligence, right, Chris? Because so if
They're
I
making
will be
some
happy,
intelligence checks,
I'll be happy with feathers.
It would
That can
just
help
be
with
them
me?
two, because just them two with no advantage, because there are
Okay.
2 people making the roll.
That's fair.
Oh,
Alright.
that's all right. I got a 22 anyways.
Never mind. I hope
What am I
it would
rolling?
not be
Sorry,
needed.
what am I
Intelligence check, just a normal intelligence check.
Okay.
Your
Yes.
characters are kind of like to be fair, you're
23.
working together. For everyone else, you watch these two just boom, 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 boom. They are like instantly working out when the best places would be. You're realizing,
All right, fall rate,
Um,
coefficient of friction to the air, and terminal velocity.
yeah, it's like instantly. Feather seems like the smartest motherfucker in the room, just in the stark contrast to how he normally sounds. And Zaphael, who you know is already fairly intelligent, is keep maintaining the persona. And you basically discover you're gonna fall for a little bit to just kind of get out of the way of the magic that probably emanates out from Skyway to keep it hoisted up. Feather fall, and then probably do a much more controlled feather fall towards a bridge, and then land.
Now, how many of us are there?
1, 2, 3. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7.
7.
Yeah,
Okay.
7.
How many casts do you do with Featherfall?
I can do 3. So that.
You can do 3, and I can do 3. Okay, we're gonna have
Well,
to fall.
actually,
If we have to
I
do
messed
more
up.
than, so if we,
Oh, actually,
we're
I
probably
can
gonna
do.
fall in 2 groups. Though is what I'm saying. Because
I
I
can
can
7 actually. I'm
only,
sorry.
yeah.
Full
If we
cast.
have to cast it more than once, we're probably going to fall in 2 groups. Slightly offset, just so there's no confusion as to who's in which group. Or we can just go at the same time and
Oh, yeet.
make sure we know who's who's. Spirit,
Yes.
you awake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just my light's very bright.
Okay.
All right. if we've done the calculations, we think we can make it. We're ready.
As ready as it will ever be. I don't usually make a habit of jumping off of perfectly good floating islands, but
Do a quick rundown, right? Just so that we're all squared away.
Yeah. Actually, is there
Mars
anybody
having-
around us?
When you approach the edge, no. Like maybe like a guard will kind of look over and like and then walk again. They don't really expect the
it's a science
mass
experiment.
jump of people off the edge.
We'll be there, and then we'll be gone.
We'll certainly see.
So,
Right.
someone go.
So who wants
Anybody
to-
afraid of
who is
heights?
with who?
Well, I am going to be doing this heist unless we are deciding it's going to be me because apparently I'm the stealthiest.
Well, I think I'll be able to help you in some sense of being able
Yeah.
to shape into things and crawl around pretty easily into windows and through cracks. So
Right, but we were planning on doing the heist a slightly different day because we do not have
The resources, essentially.
the capability of casting the spells we need to
Correct.
get past the barrier.
Sounds good.
What kind of bear was it actually? If you tell me.
wall of force.
Wall of Force.
Okay.
So we
Alright,
need
sounds good. So we want to do
dispel
this-
magic.
So we want to deal with this guy first, and then give us a
Do
few
you,
days.
Mar, do you know of a caster or wizard that can cast that?
Could. Certainly could. I got connections. We can find out if I do or not. Oh boy.
What do you think it'll cost us for that kind of service?
Chris, if I would know, considering that
Say again?
you know how much it would probably cost me to ask of services of this kind of fortitude level?
Extent.
It's very much you're not like hiring them out, but you could certainly try.
Right.
For they would usually charge per spell and then like a premium on top just for the general risk of it all.
Right.
So you're looking at
Chris, real quick. The one shot has canonically happened.
correct, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you're looking at roughly like a few hundred gold per casting of the spell. And mind you, they can only cast a few times a day, so you're
Right.
picking your
Very-
targets in that case.
Very limited and very
Yeah.
precise on things.
Yeah, and after that, they're probably going to charge a few extra hundred just for the risk of stepping out. Do this. So
So we're looking
But
at being
that's-
able to do this once. Maybe.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Correct.
Maybe.
So I
Alright.
say that a few hundred for the spell, and then
and mind you, it's like you don't have to like fist in hand and like have the money.
right. This could be like
so-
a payment of some time later, however.
Yeah, well, like
Oh,
during when the heist is done, for instance,
Right.
if you're stealing stuff, they'll be like, okay, when you sell it, this is my fee. This is what I want.
Right.
oh. All right then.
That's the advantage of working with the clan because these are
It's not
There's an
like
institute of
upfront
trust.
and personal. Like
Yeah.
here's take. I need that money now, and then I can do the mission. It's like no, you can.
Yeah.
That's
you
awesome.
have a lot of hands to play here. You could try to self-finance this. You can involve the Bormar clan. You could speak to this person that you don't know but have invited to the brass circle to discuss.
Yes.
Well, only one thing to do now. Everybody hold hands.
Who's a part of Group 1? Axonar.
What?
Group one's doing
Because
what?
they got to split because Featherfall can only hit 5 people and you have 7.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
Who's the second
I-
person?
So Axonar
You guys
Feathers,
both-
you have your one person that needs to cast a spell, Axonar Feathers.
who else wants to go first?
I'll go.
as we are the people who did the math.
Valkyrie.
We're going first.
Which one is more riskier?
Probably the second one because they don't know exactly what they're looking for.
Okay, yeah, I'll be second.
All right.
We are. We are
Take-
going to die, are we not?
No, as long as you. And before anyone goes, he
I
has
am
this.
fucking tying my wrist to your wrist, brothers.
Yeah.
I'm
And
taking
before.
out a bandana or a.
Well, here's the deal. We
Uh,
only have to cast it twice to get to the landing point, right, Chris?
I mean,
Correct.
and,
So if we miss, we have a third casting just so we don't hit the ground splat.
and what's the landing point
Casting
again?
it the second time for the second group.
It's going to be
What up?
Who's casting it for the second group?
Zaphael.
Zaphael.
Okay. Well, okay, so for the second group, let's just do slightly bigger so that it's a little bit easier in case there's a problem. We have a group of 3 and a group of 4. It'll be Sapphire, Mama, Themos, the second group, myself, Valkyrie, Brothers, and Axion are in the first group. I will point at Valkyrie. Brothers, I trust you. I grab Axonar. Don't worry. I have done this plenty of times in the military. And I just go.
I have to
Just-
run. Hold on. They were in the Are they in the first group?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the first group with
I
you.
have
I
to
just
jump.
walk
I have
off.
to run. Okay, I run and jump
Yep.
off
Yep.
after them. I guess.
I just
Yep, they go.
walk off the edge with
You're
him. Just boom.
And that in that moment, actually, you're also like shit, and then you fuck.
Yeah. And I just full
Axonar
on
drops the axe. And Jesus fucking Christ!
Everyone.
I'm
is
just literally
falling.
holding your shoulder. You'll feel a claw in the front and a claw in the back. But I keep you in front of me, so your hands don't like get in my face. So I just kind of like hold you like this if we're falling. It's just like vroom. Like our arms aren't out. We're just vroom, going.
Valkyrie turns around,
Get
looks
into
at
free
Lamar
fall.
dead in the eyes, winks at him, and just falls backwards off the edge.
Is he in the first group or the second group?
He's in the first group. I do
Okay.
like the military vet takes the like going out the parachute. Bye. Boom.
You gotta pull it. You gotta pull it really hard. You gotta, in the plane. Yeah, in
not
the
working.
plane.
Axonar. Me.
I need everyone to roll a d20 that's falling.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Within the first group, right?
First group, anyone that's falling, roll a d20.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, one.
8.
9.
Posting it.
Oh God.
Numbers don't matter in this case.
Yep.
I
Okay.
mean, it's not the to my understanding, it's not the same as it was as it is. Like it's not like a
It's an RNG thing, basically.
yeah. It's a D20. Certain things mean certain things. It's not like a oh no, I got a 1. It's like well, it's like oh no, I got a 2. It's like well,
You hit a Canadian goose.
2 is nothing. No.
Who rolled a one though?
Did anyone roll 1?
No, I
I
was,
thought I heard
I got a
it, yeah.
6
I was joking
or
about one.
I got a 9. Sorry, I got a 9.
Yeah, we have a 6, 7, 9.
9.
6, 7,
8.
9.
6, 7, 9, 8.
6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9.
Oh my god. That first group, Jesus Christ.
Yep, no
We are in
issues.
sync.
All right, never mind. Shit.
With the plan in place, you just jump, sail for a little bit on the featherfall, drop, and there's like that gut-wrenching moment on the second drop. Because you're kind of caught on the first featherfall very quickly, and now you're just this dead fall descent, and eventually caught in the featherfall, and you land on some of the preliminary bridges that connect Middle Tavic's Landing to places like Grey Wall, and you land on as you're making approach, people on the bridges notice and start like trying to clear away, thinking you've either fallen or like they need to like a small public service kind of get out of the way, and you all.
Well, the second we land, I'm gonna start trying to get the group to scurry in and blend in with the crowd. Because apparently it's a problem if we stay here. So.
Well, thankfully, because of that, you're not gonna have to roll stealth because you're not really being pursued by guards in this moment, as you've kind of executed this flawlessly.
Cue the guard jumping off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
As I land, I'll just kind of like let go of Axnar, by the way, as we reach, as we're like floating down, and I'll just kind of step as I know how to. Axnar.
It was a sensation, by the way, to just fucking free fall. Seeing a canyon straight dip behind, like underneath you, and putting all this faith in the swoopings and the movements.
So that was 2 spell slots, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
But before we do anywhere, Thanos kind of looks to her, and he makes sure he is fucking pocketed in and snug as tight as he is, so he does not. Yeah, he puts like a ribbon around, like he's like.
You have like a double. You have a double
little
button like pouch that you can throw Stewart in, and Stewart, even if he tries, can't like escape out of it unless he starts gnawing.
Yeah, hey, you Stewart, do not bite my dragon.
Yeah.
Right.
Stewart might not entirely know what's going on, but has a deep sensation that you standing next to this cliff for the last 10 minutes means he's flying off of this cliff and sometime soon.
Yeah.
So he is
And the whole
not putting up
time-
any fight.
Yeah. And the whole time him's going, whew. He's taking deep breaths going, "Whew. Okay, let's do this shit. God, this is the craziest shit I've ever done in my life. What the fuck?
Do you all jump? Group 2?
No, we just let Thanos go.
Thanos goes, "Ah."
Stop it.
Son of a
It's
bitch.
like
shit.
it's fucking Why the Coyote was like, oh, you fuckers!
I can pull you back. Yeah, just real quick.
Alright.
So,
Thamos, gone. Alright.
do you 3 jump?
Reroll.
The second group?
Yep, second
Yeah.
group. Do you jump?
Yeah, I said,
Yeah.
fuck it. Here we go
Jump.
again.
Can a robot
Other
feel his
fellas.
stomach drop or no?
I am.
Is Mar or
Yeah, can a robot
Just a-
feel its stomach drop?
Warforged?
he's a
I
he counts
imagine
as a
it's jo-
sentient creature, yeah.
I imagine
So
the
I do
joints feel
feel
amazing.
I do feel some kind of biometal being jiggled.
It's much more a sensation than like the gut, like actual physical gut reaction. Because hey, guess what? You spent your entire life on the floor, and there's no floor under you anymore. That's not a fun experience.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
so,
well,
pressure on
so
your joints
I have
like,
the mental
lessens
image
up and
of
you don't
like
know how to move
people
anymore.
so
coming up.
Mamar's
Well,
arms are now metal, right?
Yes.
Do they weigh more than his old arms?
No worry, because
Mm.
Featherfall catches a
No,
rogue
I mean
to
like
the
what
paladin.
He
orientation
falls
would
like,
Lamar
"Ah!"
what orientation would
Superman to the ground.
Arms are
Ah!
still heavy, and I'm like, oh my arms
There
are
is a
ripping!
moment,
He's-
Mar,
like, if he
There's a
gets
moment
into
where
a
you're like,
spin, will he
begin
be able to
spinning
compensate?
forward. There's a moment, Mar, where you begin spinning forward, but the first Featherfall catches you, and you kind of very quickly learn that you, if uncontrolled, will just go into a fucking endless tumble. But the Featherfall allows you to kind of correct yourself. That said, all my falling party members roll for me a d20.
All?
Falling
Oh.
party members.
Is this going on Reddit later where my entire party jumped off a 1,000-foot
Oh,
cliff?
shit. Sorry,
Nope, because I would have done that last
And
campaign.
there's no modifiers.
Or in the one
right?
shot, they did the same fucking
That,
thing.
although I will admit, it went much worse.
And there's no modifiers.
We hit
to
multiple. We hit.
No
mul-
modifiers, no nothing.
We hit
Okay.
multiple cars.
Ours.
And a griffin,
I'm so
I
sorry.
believe.
I'm
What's it
so
called?
sorry.
They hit like
My-
poles and like were going down. The main one was Mamar got grabbed because he was playing Mamar in the one shot. Got grabbed by a dwarf on a hippogriff, and he asked Mamar for 300 gold or he drops him down the canyon.
And I told him to
Mamar said,
drop me. I said, "Fuck you, drop me."
I'm so
I think
sorry.
I should have just killed him.
took
and then
out.
followed.
I think my character took out like a sky car on the way
Just
down.
a regular
Zaphael.
just a flat D20.
Oh yeah.
Flat D20
Oh,
and
yeah.
then post it.
What did the-
Zaphael, what's that?
Real quick, what did the other guys roll?
What was that?
79.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh.
No. The next two, the group 2.
Yeah, group
Let's
2.
see.
Let's hear. It's not a collective roll.
Okay.
Individual.
Yeah. that's an
Amos, what you get?
Yeah, an 8.
8. Amos
Okay.
got an 8.
Mamar.
Can I reroll or?
Man, you.
is
Nope.
that set in stone?
Nope.
Those are
That
some.
sucks.
Those are some fucking.
The
rookie-
only way
rookie
you're allowed
numbers.
to reroll is if you have luck. It's the only way.
Viking, what'd you roll?
Rookie numbers, motherfucker. I got 4. Let's go.
Okay.
I rolled-
Stormer, what'd you roll?
You rolled a 1.
Oh, shit,
God.
never mind.
And he's the one
Let's
that's feather
hear,
fall.
Yeah, he's the one with the feather fall. Oh no, you guys
Lamar.
are dead.
Let's start with you, Mamar. Roll for me, please, a 1d8.
1d8.
Oh no, it's not just he's good.
That's a cardinal. That's probably a cardinal direction. They're probably drifting apart.
I got an 11 earlier because my dice fell on the
I
ground.
got
So
a
I don't
whole
know.
ass 8.
A whole ass 8.
Whole ass 8.
You
This
hit
can't-
8 geese.
Fuck.
Oh fuck! Oh come! You like a baby goose.
I-
Oh, no.
Baby goose on my head.
Mamar.
Oh, God.
Oh.
For the rest of you, those of you that are jumping with Mamar, you all jump. And there's this moment where you have to free fall for 50, 60 feet so you can pull away from the magical field that surrounds Skyway to really get these get the most out of your feather falls. Mamar jumps and in a moment lands like cushions on one of the clouds that makes up Skyway, and you take that with you as it falls and almost picks up. You are like flying in the midst of swirling air. You're not sure what's happening until something, either Docent screaming in your ear what this is, recognizing it, or you recognize it yourself, being familiar with the way things operate here in Sharn, is you are currently in an air elemental that was holding up Skyway and are now on an air elemental that was just knocked off the enchantment, helping it. Its presence is probably not going to be noticed by Skyway, but you have just taken one of the air elementals off of Skyway and are now just fucking sailing away.
I'm Goku. Let's go.
You're Goku without the ability to control the Nimbus. Air elementals are hostile creatures.
Who knows? I could be a whisperer.
In regular,
I
in
am-
regular D&D, in regular D&D.
I am more scared for fucking Zaphael's 1.
Yeah, wait.
For what,
What
that means
happens
for
to
the rest of
Zaphael
us.
with the 1?
Yeah, now I'm
Let's go
scared.
see what quickly happens
Let's
with
go quickly see.
let's see what happens with Mamar. You're sailing closer to North Edge now on the air elemental because, I mean, it's flying at a speed of 90 feet per turn, or probably 180 because that's its dashing speed, as you've just kind of taken it and it's moving you away now.
Oh no, you're going nowhere near the correct direction.
Fuck.
What do you're like tumbling and moving?
You gotta think quick, motherfucker.
Fuck. I let go. I'm just fucking.
Okay, so you're gonna try and force yourself off of
Correct.
it because that's what you're gonna have to do because you're like caught in it. Okay, you're I'm gonna say considered grappled by it.
So
You're
do
gonna
I have
try
to like roll?
break the grapple?
Okay.
So,
I have to roll it.
Well, how
roll
far
a-
is he gonna be away from the group at this point?
Oh, we'll see.
We'll have to
Roll an
see.
athletics. Roll an
I'd like
athletics
to
check against its.
intelligence.
I'm glad it's an. Oh no, it's an athletics.
Oh no, it's athletics versus your athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics!
Athletics.
I've been saved.
As a monk, I hope to fuck you outroll it. It's
18.
just an air elemental.
18, yeah.
Thank God.
You're kind of caught in the center of it, and I'll say with that roll, you you don't just drop yourself down canyon way, but you kind of wait till you're somewhere over north edge before like throwing your whole weight and escaping the air elemental. It just goes sailing up the northern mountains and it's gone. It is free from the binding ritual that
we could have
keeps
had
it.
a pet, you bastard.
I could have had a
And it's-
pet. Okay.
I mean,
You're falling. Roll for me another d8.
oh,
God.
Oh no! D8.
Now I'm gonna hit geese. I'm gonna hit a fucking ship.
oh,
Mamar.
Oh, I got a 1. What does that give?
One.
I got an 8. I got a 1. What could possibly go wrong?
I love that we get to see the multitudes of different levels here.
Collisions. Multitude of
This is gonna be like the
collisions.
most normal one. I got hit by a pole.
Oh. You fucking free falling Family Guy it, pull up asshole through little flap of ass and just strung up on a pole.
All this is doing right now is giving me PTSD from the last time I jumped off.
Yeah, you should not jump off things anymore.
At this point, I might stop.
Take 44
As
points of
lightning,
bludgeoning
you
damage
have fault.
as you are unable to actually find anything to catch anymore.
I'm sorry, what happens?
40.
You fall, and there's nothing else to catch you.
Oh no!
It's a straight shot down to lower north edge.
Does he just die?
No.
Take 44 points.
I'm down.
Oh, wait,
44?
I'm alive.
44 points of bludgeoning damage.
Check your traits.
Check my
Check your
traits.
feats and
Oh,
traits.
monk, do you have
He does.
monks
Check his
can
feats and traits.
like soft
Feather
landing
fall.
things sometimes.
Low fall.
I think I'm too
Yeah.
under level for that.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm gonna
Scroll
check.
down.
No, that's a.
No,
I have your
scroll
character
down.
sheet open right now.
Shut the fuck up. You're wrong. You're wrong. Let me tell you why.
So wait, you say racial traits?
Yeah.
It's a monk
no.
trait.
monk
Features and traits on D&D Beyond. Click on features and traits.
Yeah.
Go to class
on.
traits.
Scroll.
Level 4, you get slow fall.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Level
Oh.
scroll slowly until you find
Slow
low
fall.
fall.
You,
Not
use,
full
you
fall,
can use a
slow fall.
reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by
By
an amount
20.
equal to 5 times your monk level.
Oh, oh wait. No, I'm
5
up.
times your monk.
I'm up. Holy shit, I'm up.
Chris is
I'll
so
use
nice
that
to you.
You're
Chris
welcome.
is so nice to you, motherfucker.
You should have
You
I
should've
would have taken
taken
it.
you-
I would have taken the damage,
Viking,
but
so
if
you
I didn't
know,
know.
you should have taken probably 15,000.
It,
So
makes,
that's
it maxes
five
out.
probably
It
true.
maxes
It-
out at
it-
20d6.
It clocks out at 20d6.
Yeah,
But
20d6. Is how much you should have taken.
You, at those final moments, you're descending down to lower north edge, and you find that like inner calm in yourself, and you kind of like stretch out your limbs. You try to catch as much air, your cloak billowing, and it slows you a bit,
Ever so slowly.
not enough to fully take it out, and you just wham right into the low. To be fair, it is dirt down on the lower north edge. This is where
You Master Chiefed it.
Valkyrie. This is where
Yeah,
Valkyrie and Co.
You took 40. You
visited
could have had
this
77.
It's like a small like grotto area that shifters maintain. This like peaceful, quiet neighborhood that you just fucking ODST dropped straight into the center. of it.
I lift my head and I get myself off the ground. I hit the ground harder than this.
Like very quickly, there's a few shifters that come over and are like, "Are you okay? Where did you fall from?"
Heaven.
A groan comes from Docent. But they help you up and point you in the right direction of home.
You're
They know where I live.
Well, I
You
assume
prob-
you tell them.
You don't know where you are.
I tell them where I need to go.
Yeah, exactly. They point you out because you don't have Thamos in the party. We're familiar with
Oh
it. It's
god,
gonna take
it's gonna
30
take
minutes.
like... Yeah.
So it's gonna take you an hour to go up to Middle North Edge and then cross over to Tavik's Landing.
Okay, so that's what happens to you. Amos is just falling.
What happened to me?
Thamos.
What could possibly go wrong for you guys?
Thamos, you're fine.
Oh,
Well, hold on. He doesn't have
Raphael.
anyone to slow him the second time.
We'll see what happens to Zaphael now.
Oh my god.
please,
This is
Raphael, don't
bullshit. I
fuck me.
got
Do not
bullied.
fuck me.
Oh well. Oh well.
We
It's
have
fine. I'm
get
happy I'm
killed by
alive
the
though,
arrow mental.
for sure. What about
Barely.
Zaphael, 1d8 for me, please.
Oh no. Oh.
My ass is clenching right now.
Yeah, you'll be
should, 'cause
fine.
if you would free fall to nothing.
Roll again.
I would die.
You would probably die, things. Yeah.
I almost
You'd
died.
free fall to nothing.
8.
You have a monk ability.
Fair.
Okay.
You have a monk
That's-
ability. He
You rolled 8
has,
twice, it has to be an 8. At this point, you're starting to think it had something to do with either the way you jumped or the way the clouds moved, because only Thamos is the one that went without hitting one of the air elementals that holds up Skyway.
Wait, he hit an air elemental.
He rolled
as
an
well?
8. I said roll again. Rolled another 8.
You've got to be
That's the
shitting
dice
me!
swanning.
You hit 2 arrow elementals?
Oh no.
Very quickly, you find yourself engrossed in the center of an air elemental that pulls, and just you're falling. It doesn't split the same way. It starts moving somewhere towards the southeast. So it's going towards a very south end of Tavik's Landing.
Hopefully they don't notice 2 elementals leaving. Everyone?
Yeah, no, that's not
Can you
fluid.
imagine
Yeah.
your first
Second
one
element.
for
How?
Skyfall?
Don't worry, Samus. We'll get to you next.
Mm.
Zaphael, what's your plan as you're being whisked away? And
Skyway
the-
starts
It's
losing
actually not that big of a deal
starts
for me.
losing points.
So you're going
Actually,
to.
not that big of a deal for me. I'll just Blessing of the Raven Queen, bonus action, teleport 30 feet to knock you spread space.
All right.
Yoink.
Does no one try and keep the fucking air elemental?
No.
What is wrong with you losers?
You teleport out, and
I
you
mean, I'm
cause-
pretty sure I'm the only one who speaks primordial.
And you,
I don't
I
care.
assume you,
I don't speak primordial.
Slow
I
fall.
changed that. Never mind.
I assume you slow catch yourself.
So I speed up to what's his face? Thanos.
Okay. Roll for me I don't want to say break or grapple, but roll for me an initiative check. Just because you're trying to do this quick enough to still catch up to him, because you're being whisked away by a very fast air elemental.
13.
Do I see?
You
Do I
would go
see this get
first.
pulled away for me?
Yeah, well, so you jump, and suddenly jump left, sailing that way. Jump right, sailing that way. And there's a moment of panic before you see Zaphael acting very quickly. Boom! Teleports closer with the Blessing of the Raven Queen.
In that,
and is able to continue. Your
in that moment, Samuel's like, his heart's like, and his eyes are like, shit,
Yeah.
shit, I'm gonna
There was-
die.
2 seconds there where you were about to meet your maker. You were about to collide with the canyon floor below.
And he's like,
Here,
And-
before they hit the ground, guys, would we have stayed or left? I think we would have left.
Oh yeah,
I'm planning on staying and watching them at least fall, making sure they're okay. As I had a backup
Yeah,
plan in case
you-
they escape.
As you see me and Thanos just ride elementals.
We wouldn't see that.
Immediately watching.
You'd be so far away from us. There's no way.
Well,
we could
so
do that.
Feathers, what you do see is you see 2 of them on the descent down, and you guys come colliding down, similar close to the Grey Walls, one of these bridges that connects Grey Walls to the rest of Middle Tavik's Landing. You
Yeah, feather fall, yeah, definitely. I'll look around. Oh, where'd my mark go?
holy shit.
I'm
You
already
look at
with
Amos.
that.
Me, I'm just limping.
Oh,
dirt
you guys
everywhere.
aren't. I don't think you guys are near us.
No, Feathers are the only thing, but if you look at
XR and I would have
fall.
already started walking.
Mhm.
yeah.
And I will quickly approach them
not
and push
see,
them into the crowd so they don't get singled out.
He,
Mine, I did not see Mamar.
yeah.
We wouldn't have seen any of them. We already would have left. The second we hit the ground, I would have been near you. I would have grabbed you and would have gone. There would be no stop.
Yeah.
We have no idea what happened. We just kept walking.
You make your way to the brass circle. You guys arrive in like 10 minutes.
And Amos is still pale as a fucking ghost right now. He is almost dark white.
It takes you guys. You kind of order drinks, and there's a little bit of like musing on what happened to Mamar. And around the time where some of you are starting to maybe suspect the worst, that maybe he didn't make it, a beat the shit out Warforged walks in, and there is like a small in the crowd as you make your way in, kind of beat up like that.
What the fuck did you hit on the way down?
It's called
What didn't you hit?
the ground.
It looks like he hit. Yeah, it looks like he hit the ground.
I'm
Did
okay,
you
though.
at least win?
The elemental put up a fight.
Where's the elemental?
It's gone.
I got a drink. And Amos orders a goddamn drink.
Two of you hit in elemental, and neither of you thought to, I don't know, try and communicate with it,
Do you
control
think I
it.
have time to communicate with something that's gonna just drop me or absorb me?
I didn't know you spoke primordial in the air,
That's not really
air
what
realm
happens, is it?
sense. Do you speak aerial primordial?
No, no,
Well,
but
then you
if,
can't.
if
I don't
I've
think
seen,
I do either.
I've seen people use elementals for things before. You forget
Yeah,
there
when
was
they've
a
been-
part of a war.
I don't
Wouldn't
believe.
have been summoned by you.
I mean,
Yeah.
true. They could be quite useful. I mean, it would have made a very easy way to go up and down.
For
It
sure.
would've.
I agree with you.
I'll be sure to keep an eye out for it on the way down next time.
Yeah. You know what? I might have a
We're
good
not-
chance again.
Hey, please tell me we're not. Are we doing that again? Please tell me we're not.
Oh, we're doing that again.
My friend Deimos. Of course we are doing that again. More than likely we will be running the next time we
Running
go.
and jumping.
There will be, it'll be a instantaneous steal crown or kill man and jump off edge so don't get caught.
And all he goes, God damn it, just heading into the counter.
Honestly, he took it better than some of the people in my group when they found out we had to do scouting drops before.
How much? Like, head still on the ground. How does look to you like? How much better?
Because
It
Chris,
wasn't,
I mean, one of them passed out and fell off a truck, so a lot better.
I mean,
You just
apart
collapse more
from
on the
the
bench
all,
drinking alcohol.
I go
Like,
ahead and order a drink. What can you get as a drink for a Warforge?
Oil.
I got some motor oil
Oil.
over here.
40.
Get
Everyone,
zero
oil.
W20.
Oh, by the way, I'll see Beladash probably asleep with a beer. Just,
Anyone that tries to reach with the
bummer.
beer or the axe, he gets growled at.
It's like I'm
Chris,
just
does
trying to
Mending
clean
help
up.
on a Warforged, or not really?
excuse me, one name.
Or is that not really a thing, Chris?
Beladash.
Say again?
Does mending help on a Warforged, or no?
Oh yeah,
It
so we
does.
ruled that mending will help. A casting of mending will heal 1 HP so long as the Warforged is below half health.
Is he
Oh.
below?
Oh, for sure,
Yes.
buddy. For
Mhm.
sure.
I'll
Uh,
ask him to cast
and like,
we have
mending via my hat.
And this basically allows him, because he gets a break point at half HP on how much money he spends for his hit
Repairs.
dice.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me roll an intelligence arcana check for this.
I'll sit with a stein with Beladash,
Which is not happening.
seeing what he did during the day. How was his couple hours? I got
Sleepy.
just
In my first DMI, everyone's having their inspection done,
You just
and I'm
ask
their
him, how's your
SIQ.
day,
just-
Beladash?
Beladash. Bangladesh, someone's taking your beer.
I
Ah,
call
good
Hermione.
French. Ow! Man! That was not necessary.
Don't touch
It's
my
funny
beer.
though.
Didn't touch our beer.
Ash awoken. Your whole compatriot, your cohorts arriving, some worse for wear than others. And Skyway now down 2 air elementals to help hoist it up. It's likely
Also-
during an inspection this will be noticed and rectified.
Sir,
On-
no. They
At
start
Skyway
losing. They're gonna
live
start
today
losing
with you
buoyancy, aren't
live.
they?
We've noticed that
I'm gonna
2
steal- I'm
elementals
gonna-
have been lost.
I'm gonna assume in the time that they've been up there, I would have gone through all my money in beer.
Yeah. I get the bad news for it. No one from the lost, and 4 jackasses jumped off the side of Skyway.
This is
Nothing
this
here
is
involved.
Star News Channel 5.
The voice of Breland. There are actual news outlets here. That's sad.
There's 2 gold
In
and
a
8 silver
shocking
sound fair for
display
a
of
couple hours of beer.
Yeah, are you trying to push yourself or are you just feeling it?
Pushing.
Okay. What's your constitution?
+4 saving for the check or saving throw.
Check.
2.
Okay. Roll me 3 constitution saving throws, we'll say.
Awesome. I'll just roll them on D&D Beyond. I don't feel like taking my dice out. 19,
Yep. Passes.
18,
That passes.
Let me get 17.
11.
But thankfully for you in this case, I mean, you've been knocking back beers all day and you are not at any point of like hungover, maybe. You're barely drunk.
You're barely buzzed.
He's buzzed. That's what the 11 hits, but yeah, Bellodash, you're doing pretty good for the amount of alcohol you've ingested.
There's just stacks of steins in front of me.
All right.
we
Bellodash
can,
had the best day ever. Everyone scouted the Azure Gallery and had
I've had
very
the
good
worst day.
success. Yeah, descending. But Mar does not have good luck jumping
Mars'
down.
structural integrity is
It all
severely
all
compromised.
1
I
year
don't know if I have
ago.
good luck or bad luck either.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
That was good.
Oh.
Good. All it took
Mamar-
was me finally.
Mamar has to stop jumping out of fucking buildings and
I-
shit.
It all started when I fell from the sky. Okay, it's just my bad
Well,
luck
the-
just continues.
The first
I'll be
one who
honest.
fell was Valkyrie. And I was 5, once again. So I have a good track record, but everybody who comes with me, not so much.
I mean, I had a good track record too. It's just everyone else around me fucked up.
Hey, me and Axonar had a great track record going
And
down.
Valkyrie,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
I mean, he
it
didn't
was
really have
good.
Axonar didn't really have a choice going down. It was a hey, boom.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
halfway
my
down
track
it,
record
it
is
turned
giving me
into like
7.
pretty okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Chris, like the moment
Sign me up for a paratrooping, man.
Zaphael rolled the one, I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, what's another character I can play? I had it in the
Let me-
back of my goddamn head.
Let me look at all these characters I got, just in case, you know.
A moment
If I
of
died, I would have
I'm
switched
not
to
saying
a
I'm gonna
rogue character.
die, but
That was
I've been wanting to play a certain rogue for a long time in a long campaign, and I never did it.
but you all successfully lived and
Oh.
are hoping that this has been a learning experience for the next
Tried
time.
playing a rogue. It didn't
you
last
say
very
that.
long.
You say that twice now. It's not looking so good. I'm hoping the third time nothing will happen to me.
Alrighty.
Mamar's gonna have like PTSD
Oh,
about
I already
heights
have.
above 2 feet.
Here's the bright side: there were no lightning elementals.
Yet. Those are clouds,
That
buddy.
we know
There could be
of.
storms.
That we know of.
Yeah. Those are clouds, buddy. They can...
None of us hit any sky carriages this time.
Yeah.
You
Honestly,
just had someone hit the ground.
honestly, Chris,
Mark
the whole fall
5.
reminded me of I think it was a 3.5 campaign or a little session where a character got picked up by a griffin and dropped down from the highest point and just died.
That's essentially what happened to me. Shit, but I didn't.
My mind went to like, that's gonna happen to this character. Oh, like that, he willingly jumped off to his death.
Yeah, that was that was something. All right.
All right.
What?
Was that you?
No, thank you, girl.
What?
Was that you, Chris?
Oh,
Neither
that
did
Jumped
what?
off to their
that
death.
jumped off.
Oh. No. That's sad. If there's nothing else, then I'll head out.
Sounds good.
No, we're
Thank you,
good.
Chris.
Take care, Chris.
We are good. Thank
Make
you
sure
as
you get
always,
those
Chris.
Thank you as always.
We'll see. Have a good one.
Bye.
And for those that are watching, hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't yet, do leave a follow if you enjoyed this wonderful content. Also, check out my bio below if you want to check out more of this type of stuff. And also, check out the merch shop of Cosmic Caliber. We have 2 wonderful selections of shirts that you may like or not like or whatever. We might update it at some point. But until then,
Man, we really need to start talking about these strokes we've been having.
what strokes?
You know, your inability to actually pronounce
Okay.
any words.
Well, joke's on you.
That's just standard fare with him.
That's just how I English. And you can't change that, so you have to deal with it.
It's absolutely changeable.
Yeah, would you have the speech?
Or
A
Hey,
little
you're talking
electric
about-
shock,
You're talking about they
therapy
can't
goes a
pronounce
long way.
anything.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Next time
Take care,
on
guys.
Lamar falls from great distances.
And
Again.
kills himself on the ground from gravity.
Again.
Again.